So, if any of you guys would like to have a do over, give us a recap.
Guess it's me.
It's always you,
I already
Dan.
have
It's
one.
I'm
always you,
afraid
Dan.
I'm a bit lost. That's what we did last session.
Uh, I wrote quite a few pages, so let me just try and skim the hell out of this then. They're awake, and the siblings are staying in while other people are going down for breakfast, basically. And Bran has a conversation with Rictavio, um, who mentions the spooky tower that was full of traps, but isn't now full of traps due to DM retcon. Um, and
Sorry.
it's okay. I do. Uh, he basically says it's a good place to hang out because Strahd doesn't know you're there, and maybe the siblings could go stay there. And it's kind of on our way in the places we are going next. But there are golems, and do not poke them. Dev is pushing hard for going after and releasing the saber-tooth tiger, dire tiger, were tiger, some kind of tiger,
Sabretooth.
saber-tooth tiger. Um, and Meadowbane is trying to be the voice of reason in this, and they are having poffages and hot cross buns and other things for breakfast. And Minor basically suggests a solution after hearing about the golems at this tower and thinking that maybe he could make a golem tiger golem tooth tiger. And that seems to satiate Dev for now. And so Bran goes to see Blinsky and the toys with Minar, who is the most excitable he has ever been. And also Reese follows after them. And the toys are not as creepy as was perhaps expected. So maybe things are going in the right direction until they go in the wrong direction. And Blinsky offers to make toys for Bran's children, which changes his mood very, very quickly. And he basically leaves. And Reese follows after him, and they walk in silence to the church. Minor stays basically and spends his time using the toy workshop in the back for things, while everyone else gathers at the church and they meet Lydia, I think,
Mm-hmm.
the countess, the sister of Brother Lucian. And Benjamin does a lot of the talking because Bran does not feel like doing a lot of the talking. And Lydia is very nice, but in that slightly unhinged, slightly crazy way where she best be nice about everything all of the time, otherwise she may break down. And they discover that she is very, very not okay with Isaac being in the house, but won't say a word against it. And her son is eccentric and studying magic, which are always good things in combination. And generally does not get on with his father, does not see the point in all of the festivals, etc. So that's nice. I think that was about it. Oh, yes. And then she mentions she wants some help because some servants have gone missing. Gregor and Dana, the cook and the maid. Not saying that's their only cook and maid, but a cook and a maid have gone missing. More pleasantries. Reese crits some insight about how terrified she is of Isaac, and if we had any bad news to bring about him. Apparently, she really, really didn't want to hear it. They go to the market to sell Dev's pelts, and they are tailed. And Reese notices and turns into a cat and trails the guy who is tailing us. And then we reach the market and he watches us. And Reese comes back to the group and Dev sells some pelts. I think you actually did successfully. Yes, you successfully sold them for 18 gold to the local store. That because the economy is shocking here, and Bran was very concerned about going after the guy who was tailing them, and Reese didn't think it was a very big deal, and he's gone. And that was about where we left it.
Yeah, thank you very much. Take your inspiration, add them to your dragon horde.
Yay!
So, what do you guys want to do now? You are 18 gold richer. And,
I'm sorry, Devin is 18 gold richer.
wow, okay.
I was waiting for that.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Can I borrow 5 gold?
Can I
I'll
borrow
roll up-
13 gold?
I'll draw up the papers and we can talk interest.
I'm interested in being given. Never mind.
Oh, Minor was working on his glove, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
His
He
arcane
was.
gauntlet. That
Like
was
a
it.
glove.
Like a glove.
What time of day is it?
Stupid sexy Flanders.
Let's see. You guys pretty much got up and went over to the church, and then went to the market. So I think it's like maybe mid-morning, about to be noon-ish.
What are our next steps then? On a macro scale.
Well, there's 2 missing people from the big house on the hill. And there's, a weirdo son with a massive arm and a weirdo son who's interested in magic and purple lights.
DM correction there. Isaac has not been adopted into the Burgermeister family. He's an employee. But he
Right.
does live at the Burgermeister's mansion.
He's
Well,
someone's son, though.
It's also who
Someone's son.
He is someone's son, but it was worth mentioning considering that you found out perhaps that, the ties between the Burgermeister's family and Isaac are not as strong as you thought they were based off of your conversation with Lydia.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he stays there, but it's definitely not a you can do no wrong type situation the way it was with Arena and her adopted family.
Son in the loosest terms with hypotheticals.
Yeah, sure. I felt
stepchild.
it meant it merited mentioning.
Okay.
But you do have an open invitation to go to the Burgermeister's mansion to aid in the search for this, which
what I was gonna bring
basically
up.
kind of gives you carte blanche to search the Burgermeister's mansion for clues, if you were so inclined.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should head that way and just be on the lookout for Reese's friends
Mm-hmm.
that seem to have disappeared.
Sure.
Yeah, next time he pops up, I'm going straight for him.
I have
Fair
noted everyone's passive perception. I will let you know if it becomes an issue.
Do we know? I'm all for the Burgermeister, but also, do we know where Fiona Wachter is?
Where she lives? No, because you haven't made
Searching
any.
for that.
Yeah, you haven't made any
Inquiries.
inquiries in that direction at all.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to ask the general store person?
I was about to pop my head in and go. Well, hello there. Actually, there. Can you tell me where Miss Fiona Wachter lives there, eh?
The Wachter?
Is that even how you say her name? That's her
No.
right name.
No. Yeah, you're fine. What would you be interested in that for?
What are we interested in that for, there, eh?
And that's what I'm asking you,
Bren,
and also you're the only one standing in my doorway.
Bren walks up to the door and like stands on tippy toes, I guess, to whisper into it. I think it was because she didn't drink the he wouldn't say drink the Kool-Aid, but I think she was against the Burgermeister.
She has some opinions we'd like to discuss there, eh?
And
He says with a big grin on his face.
yeah, you kind of see the the store shopkeeper kind of give you a look that's all like,
Sounds very threatening.
yeah,
Weird arsehole.
like gives you a look that kind of like of confusion, like, huh, didn't take him for one of those types. And she says, "Are you looking to join her book club then?" Didn't take you for one of those types, she says, kind of giving you a look up and down, and like noticing like the holy symbol around your neck. Father.
I don't mean to go to an orgy.
I've been known to spread my wings, Derry. Try something new every now and again, Derry.
Sure, sure. The shopkeeper still kind of gives you.
He just continues smiling.
Yeah, the shopkeeper still kind of gives you a look that just kind of says like, I like it's the doubt meme from LA Noir. Just
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's a bit north of the town square. She's not far from here, actually. And kind of like points you in a general direction. Actually, where is the town square?
The general direction, the name of the store.
Well, you guys are in the town square, yes. So basically, kind of straight north here. If you take the main thoroughfare out there and just keep going, you'll find it. It's the jewelry place with interesting decorations. But
Thank you very much, there. Thank you very much.
yeah, the shopkeeper says nothing else.
Do they happen to have any books in this general store?
There's a few like journals and stuff.
How much would a random book be? Madam is just gonna grab a book off the shelf, and how much is it?
Be a silver.
Might as well come prepared. I'm gonna buy that book.
Oh, that's the wrong kind of book there, sir. But she'll take your money anyway.
Good.
No refunds.
Meadowman just smiles and walks out of the door.
You're not even gonna ask what the right kind of.
What shelf did you get the book from? Just
What shelf? How many shelves had books in them, see?
Fuck you, Chex. Fuck you, Liam. We'll say it's like an end cap has like books on.
Okay, yeah, cool. I won't ask for its name.
Aw,
Everybody
you don't want to know what it's about?
What should it be? Oh, do we want to world build? Let's world build a little. See, what's this book called?
Just ask Liam what the book's called.
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, if he wants to
Yeah.
world build so much, he can build that world.
Yeah.
Can I get a map, please?
A map? Sure.
Yeah, of Stradville.
Of Strahdville.
Barovia.
Sure. Yeah, that's what it's called, actually.
Okay, cool. The Tales of Svalich Woods. It's all about the myths of weird things that live in there, like werewolves, and that's about it.
written by Davis Paladis.
Thank you very much, there. And Meadowman will head out the door holding his Tales of the Svalich Woods book under his arm.
She just kind of shakes her head and says nothing else.
He gets back to the group. I don't know what kind of book club she's holding, but it seems to be pretty exclusive there, eh? Apparently you need the right kind of book.
All right. You know what the right kind of book is?
Not a clue. But the house is over there, and he points to the north where he was directed by the general store owners, who shall remain nameless to protect their identity.
Ev might have got a name previously, but I can't remember what it was.
I know. I
No,
remember
he
she
didn't.
specifically ignoring me when I asked.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
His name's actually General Direction. He's a former town guard.
I get it.
Is Minor happy doing his stuff all day?
Minor is ecstatic, happy as a pig and shit.
Right, fine. I
Oh,
was just going to get
yeah,
Red to send you a message or something.
Yeah, that would be up to you whether or not you wish to acquire your artificer friend before you venture out any further.
I mean, if Chex is fine with him taking a holiday, and
And I'm definitely fine with you being one team member down.
I don't like that. I don't
Sure.
like that.
I mean, it's a book club, so Minor just might miss out on books. He's like,
Oh,
the
yeah,
biggest book fan in our group.
He might be
Is it-
real interested in the books she has, but that's up to him. Happy as a pig and shit, he says.
Apparently so. I will. I presume Bexley is somewhere on her shoulder or something, and I'll just send a message back to Red if he wants to poke Minor or not. And I guess it's up to Minor. He can have a location to come meet us if he wants to. But open-ended question.
Right. Bexley will share the information with Redwin. He'll make his way out of the Blue Water Inn, cross the street, because it's right across the street, and kind of poke his head into the workshop. Blinsky doesn't notice him at all, because he's still just prattling on in Minar's ear. And he says, right, Bran just sent a message and said that they're going up to some Lady Walker's house, some kind of book club. Exclusive, he said. If you're interested, core blimey, my name's Declan Core. Sorry, that's how I do his voice. Just core blimey.
Oh, blimey.
Okay, am I wrong? That's the accent that Dylan had for him.
I mean, it's Redwin, not Declan.
Yeah. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
No.
You know what I mean.
I was say that's not Declan's accent.
It's definitely Dylan's. But Minar, you have been given the location of where your party is going, if you are so interested, or if it just kind of comes through as cool blimey, cool blimey, British accent, British accent, because you're focused on your work. That's up to you.
Saying
Probably.
British accent is like saying, European accent. It's
Sure.
a very stupid thing to say.
You're a very stupid thing to say.
What? Holy shit. Get
Got
dry.
bird.
Oh.
Um,
You need some greater restoration for that burn.
Sorry.
yeah, no, I'll make note of it in the back of my filing cabinet of memory.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll do that thing where when you're talking to someone who's working away and they just raise the hand to acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you. Right, okay. Yeah, sure. Yes, I'll take the bin out in the morning. Okay, fine.
Sure. But Redwin, I almost called him Declan. Redwin will take his thin ass back across the street to protect the Kolyanoviches.
He's thin ass.
It is very, very
Right, well,
skinny.
I'll just take my thin ass back across the street. British accent, British accent.
British accent. Cool, cool.
As he's backing out the door.
Why
Cool.
Why does he sound like the dude from the Mighty Bush?
Literally was gonna say that. Literally, he's Rich Fulcher, like the Hitchers. He's like Cockney accent. But like literally, one of the Hitchers like goons is like, I'm a Cockney, just walking around. That's exactly what C is doing. It sounds just like him, and it's also an American guy doing a Cockney accent. So
It's also pretty close to what Dylan was doing for Redwood. I
his
feel
was a little more refined, I think. But yeah,
That was really good.
anyways, so Minar has been informed. You all are heading northerly towards the more fancy district. It's not in the same direction as like the Burgermeister's mansion. It's actually on like the other end of Valaki, pretty much. Like almost catty corner. Like if I were to bring up this map, this one over here, and let's see, where's the pointer? There it is. Bring it up here. Like the Burgermeister's. Oh, nope. Come on the pointer. There we go. Burgermeister's mansion is about hereabouts, and the Wachter mansion's like up here. Like the town square was down near this area where like this town square is right here, and so you just kind of like follow this thoroughfare up and find the mansion. And for your reference, the blue water is this orange building right here.
Okay.
So we're not too far from it.
No, you're not too far. So
And is that the church on the left?
yes,
Graveyard.
this would be the church.
So what's the other kind of graveyard-esque looking thing in the other direction? With
Over
the two
here?
orange buildings. Yeah.
I
Is that the
believe
stockyard?
that would be the stockyard. Yes.
Right. Okay.
And
That's where you've got to hit, Dev. That's where you got to go.
let's
come on.
see. This one is the stockyard right here, and this right here is actually the coffin makers.
Ah,
Gotcha.
interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah. This would be the blue water. That's the Burgermeister. That is technically where Blinsky's is, so it's not like right across the street, but it's.
I like yours better.
I do like it better too. So that's where it is.
Right. So to Fiona Hockter's house.
To the saber-tooth tiger.
Okay. Devin just disappears and like, hey, where'd Devin go?
Does Devin peel off towards the stockyards?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Boring.
I've been promised a robo saber-tooth tiger, so I can wait.
Okay, so you guys head north to the Wachter mansion. This house seems disgusted with itself. A slouching roof hangs heavy over furrowed gables, and moss-covered walls sag and bulge under the weight of vegetation. As you study the house's sullen countenance, you hear the edifice have actually grown. Only then do you realize the extent to which the house hates what it has become. That is the description in the book.
That's fantastic.
Wonderful.
It's like me if I was a house.
Oh,
there you go.
covered in moss, Liam.
I would like someone to roll me a
me.
D100 real quick.
Please may
How
I?
many people are in that boat having sex?
81 people.
Uh,
Soon to be 82. Racist, yeah.
You know what? Actually, you'll have advantage with this, Reese.
Am I trying to roll low?
Yeah.
He's had experience of getting into orgies before.
11.
Okay, that's much better. You actually spot hanging out near the entryway, the man that was watching you from the town square, and he sees you all approach and kind of gets a wide-eyed look and runs inside.
Am
Oh,
I the
Bran
only
going
one-
for him. Bran
Am
said
I-
he was
Yeah.
going for him.
Does Bran recognize him? Did we all see him? Is
I
Uh,
mean, that squirrely dude just ran away from us. Does it
Yeah.
have to put it
It
together?
doesn't matter if I see
no,
it. Because
he
Bran's
was
running,
actually Bran or Devin and Reese. You both pointed him out to Bran whenever he was
Yeah.
following you the first time.
Sick.
We certainly did.
I was just checking. Yeah, Reese is also going.
Meadowman's got his book out, and he's about to hand it over to somebody, and he's like, "Oh wait! Oh fuck, we're away!"
Ace, he was standing in the house. That's where we're headed
Yeah,
for your
so
book club.
unfortunately, he does make it inside and
Sure.
shuts the door. You guys get there, and I assume
Bitch.
try to open the door, and the door is locked.
Bran is going to shout through the door. I've done this once before. You can go ask the coffee maker what happened afterwards. But you better fucking open the door.
Right.
I've got
Let me have a look.
Up there, eh?
I don't know if there's any reply. but he's shouting.
There's a small window that's cut into the door at eye height,
Yeah.
and it kind of opens up, and you see kind of nervous looking, but nervous looking wide eyes of not the dude that just ran inside. Can I help you?
We're
And
looking for the...
if you lean close to the slit in the door or whatever, you can kind of see what looks to be like a servant's uniform.
We're looking for the guy who just came into this door.
Right. And you kind of see the eyes kind of take you up and down, and it's I'm afraid we don't invite strangers inside. It's a bit of superstition, you might say. They say, kind of looking the rest of you over warily.
I have a
I'll show
book.
you.
We will
Just
kick,
under his voice is I'll show you fucking superstition.
we will kick your door down and invite ourselves in.
Well, I suppose that would mean you're not vampires, but I'm still not gonna be letting you in without the missus' instructions.
Get out of my way. I'm gonna kick the door down.
I could get it down.
By all means.
Okay. This is excuse me. This is your last chance, Reese says, walking backwards 20 feet and beginning to
If-
turn into
If
a
you,
giant goat.
I mean, I will go ask the missus if you can come in. Would you
That'd be very
mind,
kind of you there, Danny.
waiting the way a sane and normal people would?
That sounds lovely there. Thank you very much.
'Cause that's
You got about
that's what people do. They don't just try to break down doors. What is?
We're new here.
I was going to say that. We're not from here, there, eh?
I rather think that perhaps
Hurry up.
TikTok.
I think you should hurry there, friend.
I mean, they and they kind of look at Meadowmane, and they're like, "You do realize that it probably makes more sense for me to call the guard, right? Then you all are being very violent for no reason."
There's someone in that house who has been following us around town, spying on us. I don't think that's very normal behaviour either. And you're colluding with them right now.
I mean, I
So either you go
colluding
ask your
with
missus,
nothing, sir.
and she makes a decision. You're harbouring criminals.
I mean, this is the DM saying, but what exactly did the guy do that was illegal?
spying on us.
That's not illegal.
I said it was unusual, and I'm trying to now threaten saying
Yeah.
this peasant person that you're going to be in a lot of trouble for harbouring suspected criminals, I guess.
He had creep face.
I mean, we were on our way to see the Burgermeister's wife, and he was following us around. Who knows what he was planning? I'm sure the Burgermeister wouldn't take very kindly to that kind of threat.
You all have business with the Burgermeister. Well, then I think the Lady Fiona probably won't be wanting much to do with you then. She'd rather be serving
Well,
a
we're
devil
trying-
than that madman.
You're making an awful lot of decisions for servant folk, right? Why don't you let the madam speak for herself?
All right, sir, but don't be surprised whenever gods come creeping up your backside, she says, and kind of closes the slot in the door, and you hear them shuffling away.
What are you going to do? Ring the police? There's no phone.
You muppet!
Once, like, we hear her walking away, Reese is gonna, like, point at the door with a thumb, like, should I?
Yeah, Meadowman put this like, no, don't do that symbol. I'm doing it in real life, but you can't see it because it's on the camera. Hand across the throat. No, don't do that.
I mean, I could just
Ixnay on the
get,
Orgay.
I could just get on the other side of it.
Oh, right. Hi. He looks to Bran.
Give her a minute.
58,
I don't like that laugh.
56,
I mean, you guys went very hard.
53,
Said I was going to chase the guy.
Yeah,
Wanted to get
I
him.
know,
and
I
then
know,
she
I
was
know.
like, oh, what guy?
50.
She didn't actually
49.
deny that someone just ran
48.
into to the building,
47.
actually.
46,
But
45,
yeah, there's like a
44,
I
some.
mean, I'm pretty sure I said that guy
43.
went in there and I don't know what you're talking
42,
about.
No,
41,
it's
Do
not.
you guys hear counting?
40,
I
I
do
think I
hear
hear
counting.
counting.
Yeah,
I'm really scared. I don't know why.
it's funny
37,
counting
36,
all of
35,
these violent people
34,
demanding to be let into a lady's
32.
house.
Just had an idea though.
82.
You could
Yes,
sell Reese to that circus guy.
The
As the amazing,
counting man.
amazing counting goat.
Oh, I never actually went full goat.
Oh no, go full goat, and then you can Mr. Edit.
Go for it.
Mr. Edit. I don't know if you can talk as a
24.
goat, can you?
No, but Mr. Ed counted as well with his hoof, didn't he?
Oh,
19, 18, 17,
I still don't know why Rob's counting.
16,
Because he said that he'd give
Oh,
me
I
a
know why
minute.
he's counting.
14,
Oh, I see. I got you. Okay.
13.
It's funny that he thinks that, it's only going to
Yeah.
take a minute for her to go into the house and talk to
11.
someone and then come back. But,
I mean, how big is the house?
it's
It's pretty massive.
huge.
Look at it.
it's a mansion.
I wanted to have a bell. Be like, Miss Vacta, there's these people at the door.
But, yeah, in the strictest sense, once a minute passes, there is no response because, that's realism. But, so that's up to Rob whether or not he's going to hardline that minute.
He's not.
Okay.
Reese is actually quite smart.
Oh, there's that doubt meme again.
I said Reese is quite smart.
My joke still stands.
Well, he's wise. He's not that smart. He's a +1.
Minutes go by.
Yeah, a few minutes go by, and eventually,
Bran's going to
like
start looking round
the
through a window or something.
eventually. Do you want to do that before they get back?
I mean, I don't know how. If like 2 minutes have gone by and nothing's gone back, he's going to like start looking around a little bit.
I mean, we can get in
The closest window
whenever.
would be to the left a little bit.
Okay.
If you'd like to go,
Just take a look.
yeah, go take a look. So you go, you go to the left and take a look, and you see through the windows there is what looks to be a dining room with an ornate dining table that stretches the length of the room, crystal chandelier hanging above it imperiously. The silverware, even from this distance, appears tarnish, and you can see chips in the dishes. but all are still quite elegant. There are 8 chairs by your counting. Their backs adorned with sculpted elk horns that surround the table. And you're looking through arched windows that are made of lattice work of iron and glass.
Okay.
So, like, you can't, like, bust through this window and climb in because it's covered in iron. But there's, like, 2 of those little windows, and you can spot from there a garden to your left. And
Is it a nice garden?
pretty sure, yeah.
Given by the look of these trees, I imagine a nice garden is still pretty suspect.
Doesn't actually give me a description of the garden, but considering it's a noble person's house and there are gardens, they are nice because they probably have people paid to keep them nice. Isaiah, this house, like, even though it's kind of slouching and grumpy looking,
Grumpy house.
you can tell that this house actually seems to, it's old, as it's been around for quite some time. Perhaps like this Wachter family has been about in Vallaki for a while. But
Yeah, I just went back and looked. Fiona Wachter says the thing we know about her, she'd rather serve Strahd than a bad man, than this Burgermeister, I think, that
I
she
think
considers a
I
bad
think
man.
what she said
something?
was
Rather
a
serve the
devil. Rather serve a devil than serve a madman. You can extrapolate that however you wish.
The devil Strahd.
Well, the server did say, "Oh, you're not vampires."
Yeah, they were definitely hinting around about like not wanting to invite us in because thought we might be vampires.
Or maybe we're not the right kind of vampires. Maybe that's what this book club is. Maybe it's like the book club for Blade.
It's a couple of minutes pass, and eventually the door opens again, and like mousy looking servant kind of like looks at you all as though you're about to like pounce on her. Kind of like, do I have to open the door? And then yes, they were forced to open the door. Behind them, you can see like a narrow vestibule, and another door that leads into the house proper. But the door leading into the house proper is shut. And the servant says, the lady of the house says that you probably weren't who she thought you were going to be, and would like to apologize for her servant for startling you, and would like you to please go away.
You okay, dear?
So she opened the door to tell us that.
Yes. And you kind of get like the sense that probably because you threatened to bust down the door.
Sure.
And the halting, it doesn't take an insight check to know that she is terrified to be telling you guys
Sure.
to go away with the door open.
To go away. Sorry.
Listen. We've already killed vampires in this city. And as far as we've heard, the mistress of this house isn't much friend to what's going on here. We didn't know the person chasing us was one of hers, or following us was one of hers. But maybe we could come talk to her for a few minutes.
We were also concerned that what the Burgermeister's doing isn't the best for the city. Dairy.
I like that you added it as an afterthought there.
I have to, otherwise I'll lose the accent. I'll lose the accent.
It's kind of like a nervous shifting as you get the impression that she was given very clear instructions and is having a hard time contemplating how to respond to your response.
Why don't you close the door and we wait here and you go tell her that?
Okay, thank you, sir. And she shuts the door in your face. Disappears.
Right.
Several more minutes pass.
Meadowman continues to read the book. He's learning
Reese
all about the
goes,
werewolves of the Slavic Wood.
Yeah, it's like scary stories to tell in the dark. There's like the one that you're reading right now is about an animated scarecrow and a witch in a house that moves on its own four legs.
I definitely thought you were just gonna try and retell the Wizard of Oz and make it spooky.
Oh no.
Reese has got bored and gone into the garden to pick some flowers.
And by pick, he means eat, because he's got goats on the mind.
Yeah.
He's munching on a flower.
You look over and he's like sniffing one, and then he's like looking around and he does just like take a little nibble.
Nibbles a petal.
And like you can tell it's not something he's doing like
Consciously.
Consciously. And he's like but
He loves me. He loves me not.
Yeah, like there are a lot of the gardens actually are again, forgive like the DM retcon. A lot of the garden is kind of like dead and overrun, but you are finding like these little patches of like wild growths that are still like blooming prettily, like underneath like the brambles of some of the bushes and stuff.
Alright.
It's like
Well.
the kind of plants that do well over like rotting vegetation and the like.
Thistles.
And if you, thistles and prickly vines that, do well no matter what environment they're in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like sit down,
Okay.
like in the garden. I just begin sort of like drawing some, imagery in the mud, and I'll cast a little plant growth around me.
Okay.
So
Like the
garden just
spell
starts
plant
like,
growth?
yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Are you doing the continual casting for as long as you can, or are you just doing the one and done?
I'm just doing one and done for now. I don't
Okay.
anticipate being here for 8 hours. But
Sure enough. Okay. Yeah, so the, like, dead, and, some of the dead and rotting blossoms regain some of, like, their color and bloom. Yeah, and, couple of, more minutes pass, and eventually, like, the door opens again, and you see this very tall, imperious-looking woman with like her hair pulled back in this tight bun, kind of like really sharp cheekbones and like thin and kind of sallow, which is kind of normal for Barovia in general, but she kind of has like this look of she's smelling something rotten. Like very like Professor McGonagall if Professor McGonagall had like a goth face.
Oh my god, I'd pay so much money to see that movie.
Yeah, like Professor McGonagall if they had done like the weird like X-Men X-Men CGI like de-aging
Oh right, yeah. Poor Maggie.
for Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart from like because she's not like she's older than Lydia, you think, just by by looking at her. But so not quite as old as Professor McGonagall, but up there. Professor McGonagall, whenever her actress was from like the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Shut. There's no way. Is that true?
Yeah, that's her. I'm pretty sure. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
that's fucking bad. Though. I'm
Could,
gonna. I'm
no, wait,
googling
hold
that.
on. It's
Yeah, I'm doing it.
it's the lady from the Adams Family that's in Super Mario Brothers. I think the one that gets
Oh,
with cousin It. She's from the Super Mario Brothers movie, I think.
gotcha.
Anyways, but yeah, that's what I'm picturing. The the lady from Super Mario Brothers. He's like Koopa's like second hand.
Is that not Joan Cusack?
No,
No?
no. Cousin It, not
Professor.
yeah, the one that was married to the
Oh, yeah.
accountant that was, or the lawyer that was trying to rob them, but then she like leaves him to be with cousin It.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while. It's a very old movie,
It
but
has.
still.
This has been a rabbit hole upon rabbit hole.
But yeah, she kind of looks like that, and she
Lady Wactor.
she gives you kind of like a nod, an acknowledgement, and says, "So I hear you wish to speak to me
Yeah.
about the Burgermeister's intention with Valaki."
Well, we were hoping you had more insight on that, but we were due to investigate it ourselves. Like I said, there's something rotten at the core here, and we've already killed some vampires within the city. And that's why we thought it was suspicious of apparently your man to be following us. Can't be too careful.
Yeah. And Stiz always looking for useful individuals for me.
Right. Perhaps you could talk about what you need those individuals for.
Well, just a bit of this and that. Trying to. Baron Vargas is useless, but I would be a much better Burgermeister, but he won't give up his position without a fight, so I am making preparations. But you killed vampires, you say?
Seems you were concerned about them. Your servant certainly was.
That's just because it's not ever a good idea to invite them into your home.
No. But for you to have those kind of precautions.
Everyone has those precautions. Everyone with a lick of sense.
Right, maybe we haven't met many people with sense then.
Entirely possible. Which way did you come from? Barovia? That place is,
Oh.
yes.
I loved how wonderfully judgmental that sentence was. That was brilliant. Right, well... Yes, we did fight some vampires. Killed them within the city limits. So,
Is it something you do often? Kill vampires?
Not that way.
kill things, yes. Vampires, not always.
Any
'Cause,
particular
you know-
reason why you killed these vampires in particular? Were they threatening you, or is it just sort of something that you do?
Do vampires have to be threatening people to be killed? And he gives her a very sharp look. Does she not think they are awful creatures of the night and prey on people and things? He's trying to incite her intentions now.
Well, she just kind of responds with a flippant, "Well, I have usually found it that it's best to not draw your attention to yourself and such things." Roll me an insight check.
9.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she's really hard to reach. Kind of has like a really stony, impassive schoolmarm face.
She
Right.
also talks. I know it looks a little bit like the Queen from Super Mario Brothers, but not Maggie Smith.
Oh
Sorry.
yes, no, Maggie Smith. I'm pretty sure that. Wait, hold on.
That's too praise for Professor McGonagall, dude.
Oh, is it? So I was right the first time.
Yeah.
I'll have a Google.
Hold on. It
You
doesn't. It
can
doesn't
Right.
have a
matter. It
Google.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Well, we find that sometimes you have to make a splash or whatever to get things done.
It tells us that whatever the Burgermeister is trying to do to try and keep those vampires out ain't quite working the way it should. Dairy. That one was enough.
Sorry, say that. Say that one more time.
I'll say it normally. Because there are vampires within the city limits, it seems that whatever the Burgermeister is trying to do isn't being very successful, Dairy.
Well, that's because he's a bloody idiot.
Do you happen to know anything on him that would be of use?
Other than his sheriff is a psychopath and his son is an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, I can try and do something with a psychopath, but I'm afraid I can't do much about idiots.
Well, Victor isn't much of. She kind of like. You see her like kind of like gritting her teeth angrily whenever she mentions Victor. He is troublesome, but isn't much of a threat, I don't think. But like you can kind of like see her getting like physically angry when she thinks of the son.
We had reason to believe that he also hasn't drunk the Kool-Aid, right?
The son? Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've heard that he shares your opinions of the Burgermeister, Dairy, or at least as far as the festivals go.
That's because anyone with a lick of sense knows that it's hogwash. And while Victor might be. He's an idiot, but he is somewhat intelligent.
Right, so you're looking to make some sort of power play on Burgermeister. Do you have anything? Any kind of material, ammunition, information, anything that could be used against him, or you're just kind of waiting your turn?
I am trying to prepare myself and for things. He is very deeply rooted into this village, so or city. It's not exactly something that I can walk up and have him thrown out. Not without the support of the populace. Not
Sure.
unless you were able to find something incriminating.
I mean, maybe we will, but we thought we'd pop by you first because some useful people told us that you might be useful to us, being relatively new to town and all. But if you're happy to sit it out, then I guess we can get on with our business.
It's like, well, if you have anything that would prove useful, I will reward you handsomely for it.
Right,
Until then,
that's
can
something.
you try not to frighten my servants?
What's
Try
this
not
book
to send
all
them
about?
after us then.
I will make sure that Ernst is told to stay out of your way. He was just sort of anything interesting that happens in this town, he tries to let me know about, in case I can find it useful.
Right. I'd appreciate it, him staying out of our business. And if you want to know anything interesting about us, then you can come talk to us.
She kind of gives Like raises an
And
eyebrow.
it's
and
not
then,
like threatening
yeah.
necessarily. He's just like inviting, like kind of like we're an open book almost.
Brad says that, and she just turns to look at her garden, like overflowing.
You're in the middle having like a Dr. Manhattan moment. You're like cross-legged, hovering above the ground, and just vines are like crawling
Yeah.
all over you.
I'm just having a conversation with a thistle, like, yeah, we're an open book.
Yeah, totally. Meadowmania was hoping for a book club, and he kind of like slaps him on Meadowmane on the shoulder and kind of like turns around.
I was just wondering what it was about there, eh? I've never heard of I've never done a book club before there, eh?
Does he say that?
Non-concerned, but sure, let's go with it.
You mentioned the book club, and Lady Fiona's eyes like snap to Meadowmane's and narrows in what could only be known as menacingly.
Apparently, I don't have the right book though, and he holds up the Tales of the Slavage Wood.
She kind of like looks it over dismissively and says, "No, I think not. Good day." And she steps back and shuts the door.
Well, now I'm even more confused there, eh?
She didn't really instill me with that much confidence. I'm not sure whether she'd make a good replacement.
I don't know that it necessarily matters, as long as we can do our business and get out of here.
No, you're probably right. Reese, we're moving on. And it kind of like just walks out of the grounds.
We maybe should have asked her what her policies were. Manime doesn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost waiting for her to. I was going to ask, like, why would you be any better? But she wasn't really selling it.
Because she
So
thinks so.
I know she does,
Oh,
but like, she could. If
That's-
she wants to be a
she's-
politician, she can convince us.
Yeah, but she's a noble woman. She thinks that she's entitled to it because she wants it.
Reese gets up and spends a lot of time having to move 4 feet for every 1 foot of movement he has to get out of the garden. But will fall in step behind everyone else. Well, I assume that went well. He kind of gives Devon like a sarcastic grin.
I have absolutely no idea there.
As well as it could have gone.
I don't like her. Something about her sets me off there, eh?
Yeah, I didn't like her much either. She said she would pay for something on the Burgermeister, but I'm not really inclined to put her in power either, so...
I don't do politics.
I do... Or at least I try and do whatever's best for the people. They've got poor options.
That makes the most sense to me there, eh?
What about Blinsky?
Put him in charge?
You almost... You see Brand cringe, like, for a moment, but it's not... the idea of Blinsky in power, it's at the reminder of what Blinsky last said to him, and he just kind of like twitches for a moment, almost slightly, and won't answer. Can throw in.
I don't know if that's a good idea either there, eh?
Why are we talking about this?
Because everything else we've got to talk about is far more miserable.
And the politics of Valaki?
Reese shrugs. It's either that or fucking vampires, isn't it?
Well, I want to kill them.
Can't exactly talk about the weather there. Meadowman looks at the sky, which has looked the same for the past 3 days.
You're worried about small talk.
Let's go find those lost servants, Derry.
Yeah.
You guys make your way to the Burgermeisters.
Unless there's any objections.
Don't think so.
You going to bring Minar with you this time?
I mean, I can send him another update as we're traveling.
Fiona's a bitch. Scratch it off.
More that we'll just be at the Burgermeister's place.
Does
I'm
this
thinking about
Clues.
strange woman. Don't like her.
does this rouse Minar from his work? It is about mid-afternoon, so you've already been working for at least a good 6 or 7 hours, I think.
Oh boy. Perfection.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, getting that message. I'd probably start to make my way.
Okay.
The raven comes back and just translates Minar's scatting.
He can't speak to you all.
No, we can't. It's one way.
Yeah.
No, but that's just what the raven sounds like.
Sure. This is Fey roots, like, showing through despite being undead.
Sure. Okay, so you guys head to the Burgermeister's mansion, reconvening with Minar. What do you all tell him about Lady Fiona?
She's a weird lady. I don't think I like her, which is odd, because I like most people here, eh?
Guess that's all we're telling.
That's all. That's all Meadowmere has to offer.
No,
She seemed
I
a little
imagine-
defensive about that book club. You not think?
Do you think
Like saying it to people.
the book club is a front for some other activity?
That's
Yeah.
definitely how they made it sound, there, eh? Even I'm getting that now.
It took him
I
a bit
kinda
to get
thought-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's not
I
very
kind of thought so.
Is our med.
Minor casually like leans over and picks up the book that Meadowmane bought and opens it up and it's just a pop-up book.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's got a little scarecrow that like waves its arms whenever you like pull on the tab.
Of
She
course,
didn't have
Blinsky's
sorry.
name in the back of it.
We didn't have the right books. But
I don't know what the right books
maybe
are.
you
though.
do. And Bran, like, I don't know what you did with the cultist books that I know, like, turned very old, but she doesn't necessarily know that. And you tend to keep everything, but
This is true. There is a bit of a problem sometimes. I still have. In fact, I was just using them. Some of them. Parts of them.
oh yeah. What you made now?
Well, it's not quite finished. I'm going to need some help with that. Middleman?
What kind of help you need in there?
Well, I know we didn't quite get off in the right foot, but hopefully this will go some ways to making an amends.
I think so. Oh, yeah, I'll help you out there. Just tell me what I gotta
See,
do.
I've had this idea. I've had this idea, but without the proper energy and spirit, shall we say, it won't work. And I will start rummaging in his little, well, basically it's a bag of holding. Scatting away. You see, I've constructed these patterns, and I hope there's the right application of music. Music, yes, that too. Magic can aid us in what may come. I know slide the gauntlet onto whatever table-like surface is available. If that happens to be Reese's face, so be it. The the gauntlets it's all engraved now. Kind of contrasted bolts and gigantic lines and swirling patterns. Some which are similar, but not quite the same as those found in that Book of Osiris. And you can see that all the knuckles are embossed in runes as well now. But Meadowmane probably notices the pattern that's been placed on the palm of the gauntlet, which very much resembles his own symbol of Shanti, the rose.
Oh, well, that's lovely, dearie. So you just
Well,
have to magic this up. I just have to magic this up, dearie.
Essentially, yes, you're on the same path as me. Yes, if you can use some holy magic, ideally something offensive in its assailment.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Why am I on subscription magic with D&D Beyond, for fuck's sake?
While you're thinking about this, Minor's going to take out the vampire dust and start rubbing it into all the grooves on the engravings and stuff, rubbing it in with a rag.
Okay.
Does it have to be something that I can do any time, or does it need to be something that's got a little bit more weight to it? Essentially, can it be a cantrip, or essentially, can it be Sacred Flame, or should I use something stronger?
This is.
It can be anything the hell you want,
Yeah,
mate.
this is flavorsome.
Yeah,
okay,
just
cool.
flavour, mate.
There's two, right? Or is there one?
Gauntlet's just one.
I'm gonna put it on my hand. Look a little bit like Thanos, but not a lot. Like Thanos, if you put him in paint and then inverted it.
It's meant to fit on Minar's hand, so it's very.
Meadowmane holds it in his hand.
There you go. I was gonna say it's not.
Crushes it like a beer can.
It's a little bit less than looks like Thanos, as it is like looks like a giant looks like a giant trying to put on O.J. Simpson's glove or something during the trial. Like, oh no, it doesn't fit.
A small green and pink flame appears in his hand. This is Sacred Flame. And he pushes it into the rose-shaped groove in the front. Unless I need to wait for it. Unless I need to wait for the vampire dust.
This is all
is
flavor,
already
so
been
like
rubbed in.
you guys do whatever.
It's in. The rose lights up in green and pink flames.
Minar should have been a bard.
Oh my god.
But
I don't know
yay!
where that came from.
I don't.
Wait, I think that's it, Derry.
Gauntlet's green, red roses too.
And a Cockney accent.
I was still stuck on that one from the last time, I guess. It's just my go-to for this session.
Right. Anything else that you guys would like to do? Very, very nice. I appreciate the time that you have taken and the interactions that you have sacrificed in order to make your level up flavor some there, chicks. Is there anything else that y'all would like to do to...
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
Technically, he made a what?
He made, what is it, the level...
A friend.
5 wand of blasting thing? Or level 6... No, level 5, because guys are level 5. Is like the artificer gets like a blasting rod thing.
It's 1d8 to damage, essentially.
Cool.
Which are now always going to be green and pink.
Yeah, I don't have like the class feature off the top of my head, but essentially he was artificing it because he's an artificer. He's
Okay.
an artificer.
I just get to pray harder.
Hey, but
Work
now
hard, play hard.
whenever you pray really, really hard, zombies might get scared and pop their heads off. Um, you guys, anything else you guys would like to do before you head to the Burgermeister's mansion?
Is she
Oh.
roboting for anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
Yeah. I thought
It
was
wasn't my
not gonna lie.
internet. It was me. Beep bop boop. Beep bop boop.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a new kind of scatting.
Beep bop boop.
Oh my
Boop
God.
boop. Beep bop beep bop. Anything
Play that backwards when it
else?
sounds like real words.
Robo bogey.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to do before you head to the Burgermeisters?
I don't think so.
Do you want to come up with a plan about who's gonna explore what?
Who's gonna?
All right.
That was
Who's gonna?
that was my brain on record scratch.
No, just
Mm-hmm.
you.
So all five of us
Wait,
aren't
this,
wandering into
book
Isaac's
club?
room.
Yeah, the book club.
I mean,
The club was back with Fiona. I don't know
Yeah,
if we're going back there.
Would you like to go to Fiona's instead, there?
no,
Maynard?
but there's a book club.
Yes.
No, but I'm just saying, if it's a book club, there'll be several members. It's a club,
Mm-hmm.
so
So what? You want
know
to?
who the other members are?
We could forge membership. Fake IDs. We could ask. Maybe the Ravens will know.
Just gonna go knock on some doors and be like, "Hey, are you part of Fiona's book club?" And if so,
Who's in the book club?
Like you said,
Well,
it was a
I was-
front.
tell us
And,
the
I was
book
thinking a
of the
little bit
month.
more.
Who's in the Taldori book club?
Who's in the Valaki book club? I mean, you guys could. You guys have a
One rule of book club is nobody talks about book club.
Apparently.
You guys
Except
have
everyone, apparently.
you guys have a 1 in 20 chance or 2 in 20 chance of finding a book club member if you just go knocking on doors.
What, 10%
2 in 20,
of the city
I
are
was
in
gonna
the
say
book club?
2 in 20 is 1 in 10.
On a D20 roll, you will find them on 2 of the die results.
Right. Okay.
Not that you guys need to know that, but
Strangely, it's not
It's a
an
big
club
book-
like we thought.
the
It's
scarily
actually
big
6
book
to
club.
12.
it
Why don't we
depends on
just-
how many doors you knock on.
Go back to this woman's, the woman who sold Metamain that shitty book, and be like, hey, 2 questions. 1, what's the right book? 2, who else have you sold these to?
Okay.
That makes logical sense.
Are we pursuing the book club?
I don't know, I'm just...
I feel
wasn't
like the
ready to do it
Burgermeister
first.
is the more prevalent issue.
Yeah,
How
I think
about-
I think you've taken what I've said as a little bit more of a. Like, I was more thinking, like, while we're doing other things, we can find this out.
I think this book club is the key to destroying Strahd.
We don't know. That's the thing. We just don't know.
We can
God damn.
spike his tea with holy water.
All of Ava's predictions lead us here to this book club.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if there's any book mentions. I don't know there was. Oh, we've already got the
Maybe-
book. Never mind. We've already got the tome. Never mind.
They've been using the sword of sunlight to make toast for their book club.
First of all, who serves toast at a book club?
I don't know.
It's
It
like
could be
those 1,000
brunch.
degree
I don't know.
videos.
Crumpets.
Where they just cut
No
through the
thing.
bread and it's immediately
Yeah,
toasted.
crumpets, maybe.
We're going to have
Oh.
to use the sword crumpets again, because Marjorie forgot the fucking snacks again.
We've gone wildly off topic.
Mm-hmm.
I
Maybe
think
on the
we
way
found
back
a
we
new
can ask
purpose
that
for this game.
store owner if we really want to look into it, or maybe the Ravens know
Mhm.
who's been congregating around
I mean,
Whacked his
all I'm
house.
saying is she's wanting information on us to get leverage. If we have the leverage on her and know who our compatriots are,
Or we can use information we learned at the Burgermeister's house to get entry.
Maybe. I suppose she did say that she would pay us for some sort of information on the Burgmeister. If you want that in book club memberships, I guess you can have it.
I just want to know.
I know. It's not a bad idea to get us in the door, potentially.
In any case.
Let's go,
Yeah.
Burgermeister.
Do we want to make a plan as to who searches where so that all 5 of us aren't wandering into Isaac's house and then all 5 of us going up to the attic?
Sure.
we all need to
That-
use your bathroom.
That might
You guys.
that might be a tad
At
tough.
the same time,
You guys have an invitation.
yeah, to look for the
Yeah, you're not.
missing
To the servants.
people.
You won't be.
Not to
Yeah,
go
you won't
snooping around
be.
with
You're
her-
not, yeah, you're not going to be sneaking. You have an invitation. You just might have to speak to her husband, or you might speak to Lady Fiona again, or not Fiona. Lydia.
Lydia. About getting access to her son's attic room, where the weird lights are.
I mean, I don't think you'll
Right.
probably get permission to search up there, but.
That's why we're sneaking. I'm not sneaking.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're going to sneak.
I'm not gonna sneak. I'm going to actually try and look for these servants. I'm basically your distraction. To find actual information.
Although, now that I think about it, she probably would let you question her son and see if he knows anything. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys,
Sure.
you guys pretty much have, like, free reign as long as you're not, like, stealing shit.
Which
Devin.
we are not. What?
If we find a saber-toothed tiger in this match,
would-
I'm gonna.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, Dev opens a closet and there's a saber-toothed tiger, and she's just like, yoink. Oh,
Grabby
God.
hands, grabby hands, grabby hands.
Yeah.
Have it.
Go to the Burgermeister.
In any case, Burgermeister.
Yay! Okay. The Burgermeister's mansion. This mansion has
good,
walls of plastered stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entrance doors. You can kind of see people coming and going as you approach, as well as several guards kind of wandering about the grounds. As you guys are kind of like walking up like the long pathway to the Burgermeister's mansion, you see like a couple of men and women that are carrying like massive bundles of twigs, and are quickly like led into the mansion and then quickly leave. But you see like a pair doing that as you're like walking your way up, and you stand in
What are
front
those twigs
of
for?
the front door. Roll an intelligence check.
Well, I was more asking as we
Oh,
saw them. But I can make an int check first.
Yeah.
It will fail. But oh boy. 5 minus 2,
Oof,
3.
sorry. Yeah, you don't know, so you ask.
Yep. He's very blunt.
And the person that you accost you say like they're for the Wicker Sun for the festival.
That's the one they're burning there, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah. Store them in the Burgermeister's mansion.
Nilly.
Is it like a storehouse that's separate to the Burgermeister, or are they going in like the servant's entrance into like the kitchen or
Going
something?
in like the
Or
main entrance.
the main entrance. Right. Generous of him, I guess. To fill his house up with sticks.
Oh, the lady's in charge of decorations.
Oh, well, Lydia's definitely generous enough to do that.
It's or they nod because I didn't say which one they were.
Sure.
They nod and says, "Yeah, she's got some volunteers that are helping, and we're helping by getting supplies."
You're not regular servants here, then, eh?
No, no, sir, he says, looking up at Meadowmane and up at Meadowmane. Kind of
Look
a
at
little,
Meadowmane.
a little wide-eyed at the tall green man.
All right, thank you, there.
Uh,
He gives him a smile.
they scuttle off, um, quickly.
Oh.
unless
Oh,
you
no.
unless you grab them.
Okay, I was gonna say, you don't happen to know about the cook, the maid?
Uh,
Have you? I know you haven't. You're
Oh.
not regular or whatever.
Okay, that's
But
what I was
it's
gonna
not
go.
that big. Yeah, it's not that big a place, right? You might have helped with other festivals. You don't know about Gregor and Dana?
no, haven't seen him about. No, they gone missing.
Yeah,
That's why
Lydia's
we're
just
here, there,
a
eh?
little worried for them. You know how she is.
I'll put the word out, but no, I haven't heard nothing.
Well, if you don't mind, if anyone hears anyone that you talk to has heard anything, you can tell us because we're on the case for Lydia. The big guy's Meadowmane and I'm Bran,
Hello there.
and they were like shake his hand
Uh,
or offer.
they'll shake it back and like, all right, yeah, will you staying at the Blue Water then?
Yeah, we are, but we're just going up to the big house to have a look around and stuff. See if they left any, clues. But if you hear anything or see anything, you
Alright.
know,
I'll be sure to let you know.
thanks. You don't have to name him, but he would ask his name so he could identify him later.
I was looking for my list of names. Deciding that this was a girl, she introduced herself as Vasha.
Usher?
Vasha, Vasha.
Usher. Okay.
Like Marsha with an V.
Yes. Cool.
Vasha. Alright, so, you guys continue up, knock on the front door, which is quickly answered by another female maid, who immediately lets you in and escorts you to the den. You can see like the bundles of twigs that the villagers had just brought are just kind of sitting there in the foyer. Along like the frame, along the entrance hall and the vestibule, there are framed portraits that adorn the walls of the grand foyer, which features a wide staircase and a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. And yeah, tons of like the bundled twigs are just kind of sitting out. Probably to be like gathered up and used later. Sorry. But yeah, basically I kind of assume you guys introduce yourself to the maid and it's just sort of a
Sure.
non
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello there.
So there were twigs and paintings, and it was. Is she like waiting to direct us anywhere, or is she's just fine with us being in the house? Have we explained ourselves?
It's you get the impression that you explain yourselves and like there's recognition. Like Lady Lydia has probably already, or the Baroness has probably already like left instructions for the maid. Takes you into the den where there's just padded chairs and couches that line the walls of this cozy carpeted den. The room reeks of pipe smoke, and mounted on the east wall is the head of an angry-looking brown bear.
Are you permanent staff?
Yes, sir, she says.
So you knew Gregor, Dana?
Oh, yes, sir. They haven't been about for a while. The mistress says that they've gone missing.
Yeah. We're here to find them if we can. Just wondered if you could help. If they said anything to you, or were worried, or anything.
No, they weren't worried about nothing, and they disappeared a few days apart. I remember Dana was first, and then a few days later, Gregor went missing.
Were they particularly close?
No, ma'am. I
Not
mean,
secret lovers or anything like that?
no, nothing like that. That sort of thing wouldn't be able to keep secret from the rest of us servants. We all have shared quarters. Not unless they were sneaking off someplace, but Gregor wasn't more concerned about Dana's disappearance than anyone else, so I didn't get the impression that there was anything going on there, if you know what I mean. We were all
Yeah.
upset when Dana went gone, but it was the same amount of upset as everyone else, if that makes sense. I get that's what you're asking for.
Did she have a sweetheart in the town?
Not that she ever told me, ma'am.
Anyone here
Did
she
he?
would have told?
Um, she kind of like thinks for a little bit, and I mean, maybe the maybe the butler, but or the Baroness, but Baroness is awful nice.
We know she never told the Baroness.
No.
Yeah.
And then I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to help you much. I don't think. But I'll bring the mistress down for you so you can speak to her again, or would you prefer to speak to the Burgermeister?
I mean, we've already talked to the Baroness. Uh, no point talking to her until we've had a little look around or something, but could talk to the Burgermeister. He like turns to Dev.
I mean, that's up to you. The lady said that you all had permission to investigate. If you wish to speak to him, I'll go get him from the study. But as long as if you don't want to speak to him, I don't suppose you have to.
Can you direct me to where the quarters are for yourselves and Gregor? I'd like to have a look. I'd look him about in there, eh? Oh
Uh,
shit.
if you're wanting me to guide you about, I'll just have to let the mistress and the master know that you're here before I leave my station near the door. I'm supposed to be watching the villagers.
Oh, coming in with their sticks there.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we should look around a bit before we go talking to the Burgermeister just to see what we can find.
All right, I'll let them know that you're both here. The master's got two dogs, so if you see them, they're big uns, but they're very nice. Just
Oh, I like a good dog there, me. Hey.
yeah, just fair warning, they're very very large, and the maid will kind of awkwardly curtsy, not really knowing if she's supposed to curtsy to you all, and
Meadowman bows in return.
and shuffles out to let her employers know that you're here. And you guys technically have free reign of the place, so.
Party!
Now, we'll know these dogs when we come across them because they're coal black, got bright red eyes, and they were got as puppies from the Baskerville estate.
Nice.
They also tend to breathe fire when they sneeze.
Oh, Jesus.
Those are some
Mhm.
big dogs. But,
That don't look so bad.
yes, that would be Lady Lydia and her husband, the Burgermeister. Not that you've seen him.
He's an ugly bastard.
He's a
That
Cheery
is some
chappy, then.
forehead that dude's got.
Yeah, that is
Alright.
he I don't know what it is, but he gives me some Denethor vibes. Or what
It's
Boromir
Denethor.
and Denethor? Okay. He gives me
It
some
How
is.
does that dog? How
I
does
don't
that dog on the left look more like a human than he does? He looks like fucking
I
Winston
don't know,
Churchill.
but from it looks
It's
like
pretty
Buffalo
hard to
Bill.
tell the people between the vampires here, isn't it?
The art is very
It's pretty rough, man.
the art is a bit nobody looks like a good guy except for like maybe Arena.
Kind of
Ev-
looking like a good guy.
Everyone kind of well, I mean, and Heinrich kind of looked like a sweet old man, but yeah, some of the art is a bit out there. Yeah.
All the important NPCs are spooky bastards. All the non-important ones are just like, yeah, we're just good guys.
Yeah, I couldn't really give you Fiona's art 'cause it's kind of spoilery, but she does have some. But yes, so there's also a map. I should probably get
Well, the map.
a
Yeah.
pointer for you to let you know where you are. Let me find my pointer.
Yeah. There's a big pointer.
Okay. See all of like the little twigs and stuff here in like the main foyer here. Blah 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 blah. You all are in the den, which is Ooh. Nope. Come on. Lock that so it doesn't do that again. And then I lost where the den was. Ah, the den! The one with the big bear fur in the middle. And all the sofas and stuff. So you guys can go wherever you like. But yeah, there's like twigs like lining pretty much like this entire hallway and like the vestibule and the foyer. Which you were currently on the ground floor.
Not at all a fire hazard.
No, not at all.
That's exactly what I was thinking the whole time. I'm thinking the fucking twigs and like this house is gonna go up.
Well, that was a little bit why I was suspicious in the beginning. Like, just noble people storing twigs in their big old house. Not at all going to go up in flames when they have enemies and vampires about. But we know how it is, apparently.
I mean, only if
I
you
didn't do it.
guys set it on fire. But yeah,
I mean, we have enemies. Like, we literally just came from an enemy. Like, she wants him out of the way. She could just send a servant in and burn the place down, and then make a move. It's like, oh, what a
Oh,
tragedy! I'm here in your time of need. Come to my book club, everyone.
My book club. Yeah, where would you guys like to head? I keep don't need this.
The maid mentioned they had shared servants' quarters.
Uh-huh.
Where are they? And are they close?
Right here.
Very well. I mean, might as well poke our heads in the other rooms on the way or something, but I think that might be a good place to start,
Yeah.
maybe, if they have any possessions or...
Yeah, that was my thought. Was servants' quarters. Check what's going on. See
You
if
do
there's like a picture of this is where I'm going and a big tree.
you do hear a conversation coming from this room right here as you guys kind of step out of the den.
Guess poke our head in.
Yeah, you poke your head in. Just quick description of the room itself. This is the dining room. A chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax candles hang above a polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable high-backed chairs. They're all wearing faded clothes and are drinking tea and devouring cake, while Lydia sits at the head of the table with a very pleasant and pleased expression. And you like interrupt her as she's talking about actually taking the twigs outside and wreathing them into a giant sun for the festival. And like she like looks up at you as you like open the door and smiles in recognition. It's like,
Hello
oh,
there.
you've come so quickly.
Well, we don't want your servants being gone for too long, dearie.
Thank you.
Don't know what could possibly happen to them.
Thank you so much. We were in the middle of tea.
Oh, well, don't let us interrupt you there.
Well, if you need any assistance, feel free to come and get us. My husband would be up in the library. He's on the second floor. If you'd like to, if you wish to speak to him.
Will do there, ma'am. Thank you very much.
And she kind of nods, and you guys shut the door.
Do we ask her which one's Isaac room so we can avoid it? He says avoid it with... He does, like, the air quotes around avoid.
I would say that
sure.
Meadowmane is wise
Avoid
enough
it.
to know from her reaction the last time you spoke to her about Isaac's bedroom that perhaps you're
Good point.
wise enough not to question her about that again.
Okay.
Because
The rival book club. The turf war.
That went so well for you guys.
This fucking book club, man. I love it.
Poke your head in. So we're in the den opposite, I guess, with the rug.
Well,
Yes,
we just poked
you
our head
were
in the
here.
dining room down here, yeah?
Then you poked your head down here. You could
Yes.
go back to the front and poke your head in here, or you can keep going back towards the back of the house.
Keep going, I guess.
Okay.
I was thinking the servants' quarters here. I'm pointing at it, and I realize you can't see it. Right next to the den.
Yeah, this is the servants'
Yes.
quarters. But yeah, over here on the left is the kitchen, and you kind of put like the door is kind of open because you get the impression that a servant was recently serving tea and food into from the kitchen into the dining room. But you see like a cook wearing a white apron over a black smock that is busying himself in the warm kitchen, and you can kind of see a staircase in one. No, wait, no, that is not. What is this?
That's in the storeroom.
This is
by
the
looks of it.
this is the kitchen. What is this? Stupid map.
That is where the bodies are.
No. This is a preparation room. It
For the
says.
bodies?
Yeah, you poke your head in here. White sheets cover two plain wooden tables in the center of the room, neatly arranged. Atop one table is a complete set of polished silverware. The other table is covered with wicker baskets containing turnip and beets.
Combination.
Probably for the festival, maybe. Don't know what turnips and beets have to do with the sun, but the wicker baskets seem to be made of like the same type of wood and sticks as the bundles are outside.
As Bran is taking over the cool investigatory role, he'll pick up a beet and eat it like an apple. Just
Oh no, man, do the turnip. Why the beet?
because it was red, like more like an apple, I guess.
Okay.
Well, it would be really messy.
Turnips are actually tasty. Beets are gross. Because like a turnip is, I guess a turnip is like a carrot, so it wouldn't be the same. Okay, I'll let you.
You get a good crunch in
Take
it.
a bite and you immediately go,
Crunch.
what's up, Doc?
Crunch.
But yeah, then going over to poke your head into the servants' quarters, you see the room contains four simple bed and an equal number of plain wooden trunks.
Are the trunks labeled? You don't have to tell me
No.
what they say. You don't tell me that they're
No,
labeled.
they're not labeled. But if you poke your head into each one, they're basically clothing and uniforms.
Do the clothing and uniforms have labels? I'm gonna try and find Dana's one or Grieger's one.
Okay,
Promise you,
roll me an
whether
investigation
this-
check.
Oh lordy.
You could guide
Oh.
yourself.
I'll do. I forgot to do it. I rolled well, so I won't bother. It may not be enough still, but oh fuck! I'm looking at that thing. Investigation is -1. That's 16.
There's not really a way of like telling who's.
Determining.
Yeah, there's not really a. You like search through all of them looking for like hidden bottoms, like the way you found in Heinrich's
Yeah.
cupboard. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything like that here. You just kind of like rifle through like all of these people's belongings, but not really knowing anything about any of them. It's hard to tell
Yeah.
who belongs to who.
Okay.
Once Meadowman's pulled all the things out, he's going to fold them very neatly and put them back.
Okay.
Can I poke my head through the kitchen door, which is presumed noisy, at the end of the hall?
You get the description I described earlier.
Sure. Cook? Right?
Yeah. Kind of like looks up at you in confusion.
Hey, we're looking into the disappearance of the previous cook, right? What was it?
Butler
There was a cook and a
maid.
maid. Was it butler?
Pretty sure.
I thought you said cook and maid.
Yeah, it was cook and maid.
Oh, well, should have been butler. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
Well, it was Butler maid because we made the joke of what if the maid was the dude and the butler was the coin.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you made the same joke, but about the cook. But never mind.
Yes, it's entirely
Right.
possible. I feel like
If I
The
said
joke's been recycled.
if I said cook, I meant butler. If I said butler, you're remembering wrong.
Right.
I'm not remembering wrong.
Sure. Right. We're here looking for the missing butler and the maid. Gregor, Dana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there stuff still in the quarters, or have they hired on new people?
Oh no, they're still there.
Which beds are theirs?
The ones up against the outer wall.
Outer wall. Right, got it. And I don't know if there's a chain or if Meadowmaid's sticking his head out or something, but basically he'll pass the message on. Or just shout.
Outer wall, outer
Outer
wall, outer wall, outer wall,
Outer wall.
outer wall,
English accent, Cockney accent,
outer wall.
Cockney.
It sounds like
outer
somebody
wall.
says something about a narwhal.
It's like telephone.
That would be me.
St. Paul, outer wall. Whatever the Cockney rhyme slang is for outer wall. So then Meadowmain has a direction of who he should be focusing his searches on.
Yeah.
With this renewed information, does he put anything together or
With
find
this
anything
renewed
interesting?
information and the guidance that he grants himself from the blessings of Shanti, he's going to look for the outer wall to find more information about Dana or Grieger.
Okay. Yeah, both of the beds and trunks on the outer wall have like the same number of outfits and things as the ones on the inner wall, which would lead you to suspect that they did not take any of their clothing with them.
Oh, so they're naked.
No, because the servants are
fall into the woods.
servants
Oh,
are
no.
currently wearing clothes. Therefore, if they disappeared wearing clothes, they would still have the same number of outfits.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because the servants who are remaining in the house are not naked right now, so they don't have like, more or less clothing in the trunks than the other two.
Okay, got you.
That's
So
what I'm
they're-
trying to say.
And all the uniforms are identical, or at least similar.
Similar enough, but there are like some personal clothing in there because like I believe like the like medieval like thing is your wage plus clothing for the seasons basically. I think it's like a couple of outfits, and that's pretty much like for servants clothing it lasts exactly as long as that season, and then the next year they get like new clothes, and that's pretty much all they have.
So as far as we can tell, they left wearing
Whatever they
their
were wearing.
what outfit?
Yes.
No
Yes.
personal items, no money, no love notes, or I'm in danger, please help me
No
type things
postcard of a
scrawled
massive
into the bottom
tree
of
that
the.
says we're going here.
There are
Oh,
some personal effects in there, but like nothing that
okay.
stands out or to you.
To be fair, we also know nothing about these people.
Exactly. Like there's nothing to stand out. There's nothing like no one's got like, dear diary, today I decided to go to the lake and drown
Well,
myself.
yeah, well, we got answers from a diary before. There
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have
yeah,
been.
yeah. No, no,
Or,
no, no.
like a
I know.
dagger or garlic. I don't know.
Yes. Meadowmane rolled very well on his investigation check. There is nothing to find.
Okay. Bran will continue his conversation with the chef then, I guess, if
to
that place is
to
dry.
yeah to eliminate the players going, well, what do I need to learn here? Well, what do I need to do? Well, I'm gonna look for. Sorry, there's nothing to find. There are no mimics. Roll initiative. I mean,
Ah! The chef is a mimic.
ah,
Mimic chef.
So, you've been here as long as they have?
bit
Dana
longer.
Gregor?
They're a bit younger.
Right. Anything strange about them? That were they worried at all? Did they say anything? Did you know them well?
Know them about as well as you could expect to know people that you sleep every day in and day out with for a couple of years, but now they like there wasn't anything odd that happened. If you get my meaning, they just up and were gone.
Just gonna ask, when did people notice when they started disappearing? Was it nighttime? Did they not come back from their duties during the day?
That one, sir.
Right.
Uh,
So they went out during the day, didn't come back.
I'm not sure about the going out part, but
Oh, they never left.
possibly.
They were missing come bedtime then.
Yeah. Dana didn't come around for dinner, and we had found Gregor missing whenever you know people were coming to the door for Mistress's tea, and no one answered the door. That's why Eliza's up there now instead of cleaning.
And Dana went missing first.
Yes, sir.
What I gather. Okay.
She was cleaning, never came down for dinner, and he went missing at some point during the day. Don't know if he just walked off or he was supposed to be manning the door.
Right. And Dana wouldn't have any reason to leave the house
Nah, sir.
on that day she went. No. Okay.
I do all of the trips in for the market myself. Maids
And they
tend
weren't
Curious.
the,
Was
maid,
the door
the maids tend to the maids tend to trade off helping the mistress during the day and cleaning. Now poor Eliza's got to do both. And the door, she's a bit harried.
I'm curious. When Gregor went missing, when you found that people were queuing up at the door or whatever, what was the door still closed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he either had the wherewithal to close it behind him, or something else. Someone else took him. Right.
He just kind of blinks and watches you bite into the beat thoughtfully.
Yes. Crunch.
Because you actually went so I'm assuming it came accompanied with a crunchy
Yes.
beat bite.
He's
Crunchy
thinking.
beat bite.
Crunchy beat bite.
It takes him like 7 seconds at least to process every thought with his 7 intelligence, so lots of time for beat crunch. Right, well, guess I'll leave you to whatever is going on. Basically, he's just going to poke around in that room at the back and for a moment, and presumably see the stairs, I guess.
Let's see, I believe that's just part of the kitchen, I think. Pantry, just food stuff. Although half of the shelves are bare. Excuse me. 2 barrels of wine standing against one of the east wall. You recognize the Red Dragon Crush and the Wizard of the Wines Winery logo burned into the side of the barrel.
When did you get those barrels there?
You're not in there.
Never mind. Can I move in there? And then I suck it.
From the Wizard of the Wines Winery.
No, when did you get them?
Oh, when? A while back.
A few of our friends have been having trouble getting their stock from the world. There's a wine winery there, eh? You know what I said. Fuck off.
We're not due for a shipment until next week. Mrs. and the Baron and the Baroness aren't much drinkers.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna look out the window at the gardens and see what they're growing, because I'm a nosy bastard.
A few vegetables and a few roses. It looks like a mixture between practical and decorative.
I'm going to smell the roses.
I mean, you'd have to leave
I mean,
the house to do
outside.
that.
Is that a door at the back beside the fireplace, or is that just a window?
It is.
Why am I concerned that if I leave the house, I'm gonna get attacked?
I don't know, because it's
I don't
Curse of
know.
Strahd.
I think
know.
it's because if you leave the house, you're gonna get attacked.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, Madam is gonna go outside and smell the roses.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
You go outside and you smell the roses.
He's just drawn by the chantiness of it all.
Shanty.
He would take one, but that won't be rude.
And while Meadowmaid stops to smell the roses, let's stop and take like a quick 5-minute break while I figure out whether or not we're gonna have our other game and if we can keep going. So, BRB.
Okay.
Well, I will go make a sandwich.
Oh no, not one of Liam's sandwiches.
Suck my balls.
Oof.
Think I'd rather have the sandwich, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's one of the options on the table. Also, get your balls off the table. Sun hygienic.
Dev, have any thoughts? As of
Dev
yet?
wants to know if anyone else has gone missing. Any other servants? If it's ever happened before.
Good question. Who do you want to ask it to? Cook or
yeah, let's
Lydia or
Ask it
Burgmaster?
to the cook.
Sure.
Might ask it to everyone and see if we get different answers.
Ooh, that's being a detective. I'll be about.
Yeah. I just read a horrible comment, so I'm just going to continue past that.
Is it about you or
No, it's about the Queen.
about the coin? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. If you have any magical tricks or any contributions, happy for Reese to chip in whenever.
I'm role playing pretty hard at the moment.
Okay, good. Just wanted to leave that open invitation there. Might get you to sniff some clothing soon. You may or may not be a
I'm
wolf
down.
for it. Um, but maybe after we've gone upstairs and checked things out. Because we have some of their stuff, presumably, and if it isn't, freshly laundered, we might be able to get a scent. Maybe. Especially if they might be all over the house, but like there might be paths leading away. Like if they've
Yeah.
been ensorcelled and charmed to leave.
Say that again for me, please.
Ensorcelled.
Ensorcelled.
How can you say it in a Cockney accent?
Ensorcelled.
Ensorcelled.
He's been ensorcelled.
He's been ensorcelled, he has.
I haven't seen an ensorcelled in this bed. It's the South End.
He's been ensorcelled. He has.
I couldn't tell if you're doing a Cockney accent, a cowboy accent, or an Asian accent there, Chex, I'll be honest.
I mean, I've only got one accent.
It's just a very dynamic accent.
Yeah, I
Hard
remember
to
that
place.
time you were playing a woman in a mini campaign. I was so excited, and then she just sounded like you.
Well, you always say I sound like your granny, so.
Yeah,
Typecasted.
actually. I mean, I think obviously it's hard to do like someone of the other genders, but I don't know. I think I always get confused when I always get confused when Andrew does it because his women sound the same as his gnomes. Well, no, not his gnomes, his halflings.
Yeah.
And his halflings sound like fucking noddy. So I don't really try. I just do like add a slightly higher cadence to my voice so you're speaking to someone with a higher voice. I think that's really the only way I can like you're talking to a dude who's like, hello, I am a sherry merchant, and then you talk to him and it's like, hello, I'm a sherry merchant. Like, apart from that, I don't really know how else to do a woman's accent. I guess that's probably because most of the women in my life have spent most of the time shouting at me. So,
Seems legit.
you'll be happy to know, Dan, that I'm slowly making progress on all my various map projects.
Your what project, sorry?
Map projects.
Oh, map projects. Sweet.
I took a big hiatus from mapping for a while, but I've been back recently. Shao Kun is the biggest island in Shao Kun is done, and that took fucking ages. I'll send it to the thingy.
Sweet. Looking forward to seeing some.
Yeah. What's this? Cheeky Strahd. Yeah. Because then once Shao Kun is done, it's pretty much that. Ducata, which is the big continent to the south, but that has canonically almost 0 trees on it. So that means, my life's pretty easy on that one.
It'll take about 5 minutes to do.
Yeah. And then there's like a few of the other islands and some changes that you and I came up with on our flight to Iceland that I still haven't drawn in. And then it is all yours to be ripped to shreds and...
Sure, I'll probably just suggest
tweaks.
Ooh, the mountain looks so cool.
You're going to have a river in a trash. I feel like there was a river before. At least one.
Yeah, that big lake's got a river across it.
Sure,
Yeah, there
Okay.
should probably be another one.
probably in all of that. 'Cause
Well,
something has
Is
to
that the
feed them all them
ziggurat
trees.
that we were blah 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 blah?
yeah.
No.
Well,
I mean, it's now our personal bank. I feel like
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
really what it should be called now.
But yeah, it's like my plan is to sort of finish it all, kind of draft the whole thing, and then I'll be like, right, Dan, zoom in, go ham, do your business,
Do your business.
or get in a hang and we can scribble all over it or something. Like get it properly finished off, and then
Yeah,
once
for
that's
sure.
done, finish the Donhollow map. And once that's done, I got several other maps I've got to draw at some point, but they're not really current projects.
Well, okay. Is everybody back?
I have returned.
Not just
Apologies
yet.
for
Not just yet.
my absence.
Ouch.
Sorry,
Hurt.
I can't help myself. I always do that, and I find it very funny, but it's really dumb.
The dumber it is, the funnier it is.
To you, maybe.
Yes, to me. I love dumb jokes.
What level are you guys right now? 5? 5.
Bye.
We are 5, yes.
You'd love my career then, Liam.
A lot of bad jokes in accountancy.
No, I was more meaning my career as a dumb joke. Sort
Oh,
of self-deprecating
I see.
type situation. I'm glad you. I mean, there are several accounting memes pages.
Most of them just involve writing boobs on a calculator, don't they?
No,
You liar.
accountants don't use calculators. We have Excel,
Oh, right, okay. Right,
and there we draw pixel art boobs.
Ah, yeah. That's a talent.
Well, no, you just copy and paste it from cursory internet search.
No,
I mean, I assume.
Yeah, assume, yes.
Why do I have a weird lisp when you do an impression of me?
That wasn't an impression of you.
Do an impression of me.
No.
Is everybody back yet?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, but I am.
I think Dan actually was running off whenever I was all like, hey, is everybody ready?
C's done an impression of me before, and it was surprisingly inaccurate.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry. Super keen to do map things, Rob, Dunhollow, and otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Jade's back. Everybody back?
No.
Nope. Okay.
Let me enjoy my chalky milk in peace, please.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to send something to the Strahd as well.
Have you seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? Rob?
Hmm?
Have you seen Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends?
Of course.
Chocolate milk will always remind me of cheese from that show.
Hmm. That's the one with the blue guy in it, right? And you can like turn it
Yeah.
stuff.
His name's Blue.
Yeah, I kind of I'm unable to watch that because I once saw on like a Reddit a comic of a guy drawing him turning into a pair of women's underwear, and I was like, oh, that's problematic. I no longer like that show. Not that I really liked it in the first place, to be honest.
Valid. That's valid.
It's bad. That was bad.
That's valid.
That was the first time my childhood had its neck stepped on. Not in a fun way.
So we've been repainting the conservatory, and now it is white. It has to have a last coat. It was like chocolate brown
Oh,
in a conservatory,
that
which
looks
is weird.
They
yeah, that
probably
is
used
weird.
it as
That looks really good,
as
actually.
a living room, or not as a living,
Shit
but like
room. Oh,
a TV room
Yes,
for like
yeah,
the dark to keep reflections
quite
off the
possibly.
TV. Ooh, it
So
looks
now it
nice.
looks more like an art gallery,
It
just with
does.
no art on the wall. And then that bench
for a good
is
art gallery. Oh,
Oh, is that the bench you were telling
uh,
me about?
yes.
Oh,
So
that's
my dad brought the bench
awesome.
over today. He basically did a Ron Swanson and made a bench. He's So this piece of wood, it's actually a Victorian school desk. You can see the inkwells and where they put the pencils.
Mhm.
That's the black bits. That was from a school that, like, my on my mum's side, like maybe like great granddad or something, or older possibly, like demolished basically because they were builders.
Mhm.
And that was so that piece of wood was about 100 years old when the school was demolished. I have no idea how much older it was while it was actually used in the school, and they've held on to that piece of wood, like my gran did. And then it's been in our garage about as long as I've been alive, almost. And my dad never like took it because it's like a really thick, sturdy piece of wood. Like potentially, if you like put it between two ladders, you could make a platform to paint with or something, and never used it at all. And then we had the house for about 2 years now or whatever, and he was like, "I'm going to make a bench out of it," and I was like, "Sure, go for it."
rad.
So he spent that's it cut in half and a bit cut off the end because there was a bit that was slightly damaged, and then he got the legs, built them too, and then used like yachting varnish, which takes about 6 hours to dry per coat, and gave the thing 3 coats. So that's it
Jeez.
after having rained, and you can see the rain is like
Mhm.
balling on top of it because it is so water resistant. Doesn't know where to go. So now we have a bench made of
Bench times.
bench times, but
That's a
like
great fucking
old
story.
bench, very old, like
You
maybe
sounded so
150 years old.
sarcastic there, Liam. I know you're being genuine there, Liam, but that's
Oh, did it sound
that's a great
sarcastic?
fucking
Sorry, no.
story there.
I apologize. I did
Just
not
to
mean
me.
that to
Okay.
sound sarcastic. That's actually really cool.
It is
Yeah,
cool.
but
I think it's cool.
Yeah, Dan, that's a great fucking story.
cool. I basically just told you it because I wanted to say my dad did it around Swanson, but it's also like a 150-year-old bench.
I mean,
Technically.
my brother got me a Ron Swanson figurine for my birthday.
Yeah. Does
One
it
of those-
shout like angry but motivational
Oh,
phrases
it's,
at
it's
you?
one of those pop
Don't
things.
like don't
She collects
don't half-ass two things. Whole ass
whole ass one thing.
Yes.
That's how
Or
I
no ass
feel.
everything.
That's how I feel about DMing multiple games. I'm all like, oh my god, I gotta do a good job on both of them, otherwise I gotta shake one of them up. But, yeah.
Nah, you only have to do a good job on one of them. Don't worry about it. That's what I do anyway.
Okay, well, does everyone want to keep going? I know we're getting to like our time, but doesn't look like we have anything going this evening with Andrew. But
I'm happy to.
okay,
I'm happy to go a bit longer, yeah.
okay. I'll let you guys finish exploring the Burgermeister's house, I
Sweet.
guess. So yeah, where do you guys want to go next?
Dev had a question.
Oh, did you? What was the question, Dev? I'm sorry.
I would like to ask the cook. So has any servants gone missing before?
No, mum. Not that I'm aware of. I've been around the longest. This is the first time. People like working for the Baroness. She's nice.
Where do you think they
Noise.
went off to?
I honestly don't know. I mean, people go missing in the valley all the time, but we haven't had vampire troubles in Vallaki, and well, ages, it feels like. So I don't think it was not like in Barovia where, I hear that people get snatched up off the streets.
All right. Well, if I think of any more questions, I'll come back and ask you if you don't mind.
Of course not. If
Sure.
you all are searching the house, then they say,
Yeah.
ask kind of curiously.
Any place you think we should look at first?
I was just gonna say that Isaac's out, and the cook will turn back to cooking.
Ah, right. Upstairs then.
Seems like we should take advantage of this.
And so you kind of get the impression that the help don't seem to like the sheriff as much as the Baroness does, or likes the sheriff about as much as the Baroness does. There we go. Words
A
that
lot
make
of people don't
sense.
seem to like this guy.
It could be the giant arm and the fact that he's incredibly violent.
I mean, yeah.
I
But then he has a
mean,
position of super high power.
because
Somebody must like him.
We're scared of him.
Yeah, I think the Burgermeister likes him.
I mean, you
Or we're
could.
scared of him.
Yeah.
Or
It's only one way to find out.
Or we're scared of him. That stairs at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use that stairs?
Yeah, you guys can go up those stairs easily.
Also, just what? Because we were shown in.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this strange little corner room, which I have no idea what it does. Was that obvious when we walked past it, or that there was a door there and things?
It was a door. Yes.
Okay. We can go upstairs first.
It kind of looked like a cloakroom door.
Okay.
Didn't look vitally important. Oops. Wrong one.
Oh God! It's all
Oh
gone
no!
black.
It's...
You head upstairs.
Da-da-da!
That was the loading screen. It going black.
Yes, if you go
Okay,
up
if you die,
if
you
you go
die.
up the stairs there in the kitchen, you find yourself up here in the upstairs hallway corridor thing. Big row of windows on your right, and small corridor to your left that lead to some rooms. Let's see.
And we've been told that the Burgermeister is on this floor, correct?
There's
In
like
the library.
in the library, yes. There are two framed landscape paintings that are kind of like along these walls right here. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a 10-foot wide gallery that stretches almost the length of the mansion with breathtaking paintings of landscape that line the walls. Two separate narrow hallways lead away from the gallery to the north. The just like kind of like if you like kind of like step through, and if you keep like walking towards this one, just by like spatial awareness of like these doors, you probably guess that this is like the largest room on the floor, which might be the library, you guess. So, Burgermeister here, basically.
There aren't two small figures matching the descriptions of Gregor and Dana trapped in the paintings, are there? Like,
Make me a
screaming in the
perception check.
landscapes. Okay.
Holy shit, Dan! If you just nailed that,
We'll see. I somewhat doubt it. That's a 16.
No, there are not. But the landscapes itself are of geographical features that you recognize. But they're like you see like Lake Baratok or is that the name of the lake? Mount Baratok
Nope.
and the Vlakovich Lake. No, that's not the name of the lake. You see the lake, but everything is
Isn't it Lake
bright.
Zarovich?
Thank you so much.
I thought that. I
Um,
reckon we said-
I couldn't. No, wait, no. Zarovich is Strahd's last name.
No. Yeah, is it not named after this?
It
I
is.
swear there's
It
a-
is. It is named after Strahd. But yeah, like there's like the valley of that Valaki kind of like sets in Mount Baratok, Lake Zarovich, um, the Sar pool that you've traveled by where the Vistani were kind of camped, but the only exception being that they're bright and sunny and look like paintings of like very very old paintings of these landscapes before the mists, basically.
Wow. Okay. So like hundreds of years old.
Yes.
Interesting.
Baron's family's been around for a long time, hence them actually being titled.
Yeah, true, but still impressive
Yep.
having paintings from back then, from before. Bran will spend just a minute, like just looking at the more optimistic place of the past, I guess.
Random question: do we know how Burgermeister titles are achieved and what have you?
They're essentially like being the mayor. Only
Hmm.
it's generally appointed to a family rather than
Elected.
elected. Yeah, it is
Or like-
it is possible for burgermeisters to change, but not without consensus of like the populace or
That's what she said, right?
or like the lord in charge of all of everybody. So like for a burgermeister to be appointed in Barovia, either the family was appointed before Strahd or Strahd appointed them. But considering like the fact that most of the burgermeisters that you've encountered in Barovia seem to have been appointed like before Strahd came about, because
Yeah.
Ismark and Arena's father had trouble with Strahd, and this one is actively trying to make everybody happy to keep him at bay. And then there's the other town that you heard of that got drowned because the burgermeister pissed him off. You kind of get the impression that most of the burgermeisters in the valley
Then were appointed by Strahd.
none were appointed by Strahd. Yes.
Their families were all in charge beforehand. Okay.
Mhm.
I was going to see how much of a claim Miss Wachter actually had.
That would be none.
Cool. Good to know. Sorry, carry on. Completely sidetracked from our quest.
No. Perfectly fine. She's of a noble line, but not an titled or not a landed
Okay.
line.
She's
So theoretically
pretty
speaking,
fucking entitled to my eyes.
she could be, she
Entitled,
could be
not titled.
different.
Yeah. She to kind of clarify, like the Vlakovich, which would be like the Baron and the Baroness here in Valaki,
Sure.
are Baron and Baroness because he technically has this land. Valaki is his, whereas Arena and Ismark's father, he wasn't titled. He was just a burgermeister because he didn't own Barovia village, because it was a village it was the village associated with the castle, so not a landed place.
Okay, I think I got you.
If that makes sense. Like these two have titles because Valaki's a different populous zone or
Got you.
whatever.
Cool.
I am making some slight guesses because I don't know how landed.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not talking completely out of my ass then.
Well,
I am not. I am making good assumptions based off of the text I have read then.
I think so.
Okay, good.
There is a difference between nobles and landed nobles.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And people given the Burgermeister title or Burgermeister title.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah,
think that makes sense.
yeah. I do know that Lady Fiona is a lady. She is called that specifically, so I'm assuming that is a reason. But she is blah 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 blah.
oh yes, blah 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 blah. I understand.
It's all so clear to me now. I go in a room.
Yeah. It I was
which
just reading. It is the Wachter is a noble line, but obviously not a
Landed noble line.
Yeah. You go into a room. Which one?
Which is Isaac's room? Sorry.
We don't really know. I
Uh,
don't think. Right?
Let's see. Yeah, you came out closest here.
Second corner. Yes. Closest door. That one on the left.
And closest door, that one on the left. That would be hiccup. A bathroom. An iron tub with clawed feet stands against the back wall. Neatly folded towels rest atop the table nearest the door. Would you like to take a
Search for
bath?
clues.
You roll me an investigation check.
I am excellent at these. 14. Minus 2, 12.
They really like lavender.
So relaxing.
Reese sneezes.
It probably helps the lady's nerves. If you there's a door that goes into like the adjoining chamber, or you could go out into the hallway and go into this next room.
If we are presuming it is Lady Lydia's room, she is not in that room, so it would not look very odd as we walk out of the bathroom and into her room if she was there. So I will take that door.
In here, this room smells of powder and fine perfume. There's a vanity with a mirror that stands against one wall. Next to it, a faceless wooden mannequin that is wearing a white bridal gown. Mounted on the other wall is a full-length mirror with a gilded frame. And a door in one corner that leads to a garderobe. Garderobe? Garderobe. Garderobe. Garder. Yep. Whatever that is. It looks like a water closet. Toilet.
Does look like a water closet. Garderobe is saying wardrobe in German. But that was how I spelled it.
It looks-
Garderobe.
Yeah.
Wardrobe is what
Okay.
it says in German. Maybe it has a meaning of water closet type thing,
Yeah.
like English, because it does look like a toilet. to
Yeah,
me.
looks like a toilet.
Search for clues.
Sure.
Is this where Dana went missing? Probably not.
Is everybody else in here?
I mean, not in the toilet, but yeah.
Okay.
We all need to use your facility.
The mirror is very, very nice looking. Very, very fine and
If I look in it, do I see the two missing people in the reflection behind me?
Yeah. Do I see my
Let's
parents?
go.
Yeah.
roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, Christ.
If you solve this,
15.
you don't see the reflections or spirits or anything in the mirror, but whenever you get kind of close to it, it does kind of feel a little buzzy.
I attack the mirror. I don't
Agreed.
really.
I was gonna say that's it too.
No.
That's the Meadow Main way of introducing yourself.
All right.
Face to face.
Mace to the face.
Mace just looking and he's like, mine up. Mace, smash the mirror. Is there any investigation I can do? I touch the glass of the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I scrutinize it heavily.
Is it like a medicine cabinet mirror? Can you open it up and rummage around the prescription medication?
It is a gilded mirror that is like full length.
Is it?
It is.
Is it freestanding or is it against the wall?
It is freestanding.
Can I walk around the back of it?
Mm-hmm.
I do so and have a look at the back of it.
It is the back of a mirror.
I give it a sniff.
Interesting.
This window doesn't work.
This case.
Minar? Is Minar here?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Minar? Take a look at this.
No.
Meadowmane?
I'm coming!
Never mind.
Okay.
Get it, Meadowmane.
Yes, it's a mirror, Reese.
Does it seem magic to you or something?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the voice in the sky to tell me what to do.
Would you like to try to detect magic, or would you like to roll an Arcana check, or would you like to cast Identify? What would you like to do to further Reese's inquiry?
I mean, I think the only option I have open to me is exactly what he just did.
I can detect magic.
Cool. That would maybe be useful.
Using my
I know.
Firbolg.
It might not have Identify. I thought that was the thing that
I don't.
advisors come with.
You do have a pearl because I gave Redwin one, so that means you have it now. If that was the stymie.
I don't have that written down, so.
You have it because I gave one to Redwin because I knew he would be wanting to cast Identify, and there was such a treasure in the Death House, and you guys went through the Death House, so I know you have a pearl worth 100 gold if you need that.
Gold.
Gold.
I guess we will give the pearl a whirl.
The pearl will I wear. Okay, so you cast Identify on the mirror.
It's a mirror of two-person kidnapping.
It is definitely a magic mirror. And
But not on the wall.
Huh? No, it is not a magic mirror on the wall. Casting, as you cast the spell, you kind of like run the pearl along like the gilded frame, and the it's like as you do so, kind of like you like like take the pearl up and around the frame. A image does appear in the reflection besides Minar's. You see like this ghostly spectral form kind of shimmer in the reflection as Minar is casting a spell, or as he's casting a spell. And Minar words kind of appear to you as you're like taking it along, taking the pearl along. A forgotten rhyme that would allow you to summon the ghost in the mirror, and you kind of get images flashing through your head of long ago, like images of like the last person who like used this mirror in this way, but someone would uh, before the stand before the mirror and recite a rhyme that goes as such. Magic mirror on the wall. It is not currently on the wall, but it is still a poem. Magic mirror on the wall, summon forth your shade. Night's dark vengeance, heed my call and wield your murderous blade. Uh, Reciting this poem in front of the mirror will summon an assassin spirit, of which you can uh, command the ghost to murder someone for you.
Ooh.
Metamane. I
Metamane.
wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't get to sleep tonight.
So let me just make sure I've got this magic mirror on the wall, which is not currently on the wall. Summon forth your shade, night's dark vengeance, heed your call, and wield your murderous blade.
Yes, that is the poem. You do not need to note the not on the wall. That was just me notating it. It's not part of the
Magic mirror
incantation.
standing free. Won't you murder someone for me?
You honestly think I'm not going to say it?
Also,
Yeah.
the on the wall part is not actually part of the rhyme in this version. So the on the wall, you could. Never mind. Ignore me. Shut up.
We have to do it in a Cockney accent.
So, we need to make an orphaned saber-toothed tiger.
You don't know that it does this.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Kill Strahd.
I mean, you don't know that it can do this. That's up to Minar to share that knowledge.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh no.
I just like the image that you put in the miner using this peril like a Star Trek tricorder.
I mean, it kind of made sense. What is your alignment,
He's dead, Jim. He's dead.
Damn it, Jim.
Minar? If you want to keep it secret, you can message me.
Oh, my alignment is neutral. Always neutral.
A neutral? Okay. Then the spirit in your mind it appears as a darkly handsome 30-year-old man with bloodshot eyes. And you know that the assassin will know the distance and direction of the named target, and will attack any creature that tries to prevent them from completing their assignment. Once they complete their task, the assassin disappears, and if commanded to attack a creature that is either dead or undead, or isn't given an appropriate name within one round of being summoned, the assassin will disappear.
Ah.
So it can't kill Strahd.
I mean, you can try to order it.
Well, you just said it can't though.
I mean, you don't know that.
No, I know, but I'm talking out of character. It can't kill Strahd.
I mean,
You don't know that.
You just said an undead creature. It will disappear.
yeah, I'm trying to decide if I should have said that. And I strike that. You can, yeah, no, definitely try to tell it to kill Strahd. Something real fun will happen.
Hey, mirror.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Kill mine. Ha!
Hey, that's not very nice.
Kill.
All right. In that case, I won't tell Reese what I've just discovered. I'll turn around and tell the rest of the group.
Just like, hey, Reese, I heard there's a really pretty flower outside. And he runs out. Right, guys, well, he's got.
Just because I know Minar would be interested in this, and I'll say that, you know that the spirit is of a nameless assassin who once belonged to a secret society called the Baal Varzi. That is BA apostrophe ALVERZI. So basically, this society bound this dude's spirit to the mirror to basically serve as like their ghostly assassin.
Like the Morag Tom of Barovia, I guess.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
This is all very neat, of course. However, it's no use to us without the mirror, is it? Unless we were to use it right now.
Or, I'm guessing the ladyship doesn't have magic. But we know of someone in this house that has magic.
Mm-hmm.
You said something about the last person. You saw the last person to use this in this way. Didn't happen to, be a young, petulant teen, did it? He's basically asking if it was Isaac, not Isaac, Victor.
Victor.
who
I'll
used the mirror
say
before
that
now.
no. And in fact, whenever you saw someone in like the vision using the mirror, it didn't even look like this room.
Sure, it was on the wall, I guess.
Yeah.
No, that might have been the first person to use it. We don't necessarily know
True.
that it shows the last person, I guess. But Branna's suspicious, though, is a mage-only assassination mirror. And we only know one mage in the house.
Yeah. I would say though, just knowing, I mean, maybe this is me making assumption about mages, but if you had like a magic mirror that lets you kill people, you wouldn't like let your mom keep it in her closet with her bridal gown.
It's a very big mirror.
True.
I don't know. Maybe. It's
not
a
too
perfect
big.
cover.
Not too big for a bag of holding.
It is not, but
We don't have a bag of holding.
Yeah, yes, we did.
Oh, you made one.
Yeah.
you do have that, but I will say the lady might notice her giant pretty mirror going missing.
Okay, I need some wood, some gold spray paint, and some bacon for you.
No, there's a solution here you're not seeing. Mirror, mirror on the wall, kill the lady who owns this mirror, then we just take it before anyone notices.
No.
I mean, if it isn't kill anyone, it should be Isaac. Let's be real here.
So that's a no on the orphan saber-tooth tiger.
It's a yes from me.
Nope.
Damn it.
Mine was going to make you one. I don't really feel like
There's
assassinating
like
one of the few
some-
people who might help us against Strahd at some point.
Yeah, there's let me. There is a very specific rule in here about people using the mirror. Beginning to think I should be making Jade roll this every time she suggests killing someone for a cat.
I think you should.
I'm beginning to think I should make Rob roll for it.
Oh, you definitely should.
Not Reese, just Rob. Roll me a D100,
Not
Rob.
roll. Oh, fuck. I was, like, kidding.
So was I.
Stuck 73.
Okay. Your alignment doesn't shift to neutral evil.
Who's to say my alignment isn't already neutral evil?
Well, Rob's.
Oh, Rob's alignment, not Reese's.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will say, while summoning the ghost itself isn't evil, using him to commit murder is. Each time a creature uses the mirror for this purpose, there's a cumulative 25% chance that the creature's alignment shifts to neutral evil.
How open is the creature to discussing the intrinsic philosophies of morality?
You could summon it and find out. Like
Yeah,
you can summon it without consequence, if you'd like. I will tell you that.
As long as you don't command it to kill anyone, I guess.
So somebody to play cards or something.
Is this like the Strahd version of the Meeseeks box? Like, can we just keep getting assassins to fight?
And we don't know about the cooldown yet, but
Because if we could just settle down and make like a cool assassin fighting ring.
Are you speaking out loud right now, there, Rob, as Reese, or are you talking
No,
as?
you can tell I'm speaking as Reese when I'm speaking in a bad Welsh accent.
Okay. Just making sure.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
You saying I fucking sound Welsh?
Depends on how many you've had to drink.
Sometimes you just have a bad accent. I don't know. um,
I wouldn't insult the Welsh by comparing you.
I'm not so sure that we have anyone that particularly needs murdering right now who's alive.
Burgermeister.
You want to kill the Burgermeister? He's just next door.
Well, I don't much want to, but you know.
I don't know if we should be using this mirror to be killing anyone there, eh?
Yeah, you're probably right.
What if it would be anyone? It would be Isaac. That was me.
There-
That wasn't him.
There also is the danger that if we leave it here, it could be used on one of us.
That's
So
a
we
fair
should
point.
take it for our safety.
Or smash it.
We don't
I
know
think
what
we can't-
smashing it will do.
That's true. And when we've killed ghosts before, I do realise it's pretty dangerous. But like the big voice in the sky says, if it's in some woman's bedroom, I don't know how many people know about it. And they're going to know it's missing.
I think it's a bad idea to be smashing stuff that belongs to the people who seem to be trying to help us there, eh?
I mean, if you're going to take it, I probably wouldn't take it as the first thing.
Probably not.
Maybe wait until later. But I understand it's pretty evil and pretty dangerous. But we're going to have to convince someone of that, maybe. Or be branded as thieves.
Shall we keep looking?
I've not found anything. That leads to the location of the girl and the boy, I mean. Also, we need to talk to that boy up the stairs there, eh?
Well, a few more rooms here first. Let's have a look around quick.
Lead the way.
Can I speed through the bedroom to the north and the side chamber?
Let's see it. Bedroom to the north. That's the master bedroom. See, as time has faded the grandeur of the master bedroom, the furnishing have lost some of their color and splendor, and you can see a short pull rope that hangs from a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling.
There's a wooden trapdoor in the ceiling.
That presumably leads up to the attic.
Right. Anything of note from searching this room and
Doesn't
room
appear
beside?
to be anything valuable. You kind of you're given permission to like look for servant clues or whatever. I'm gonna say that you don't really have permission to toss the master bedroom.
Sure. But still, I was just, looking around if there was anything out of place or something odd.
Massive pendant
Yeah.
that says this is Dana's. I'm in the big forest in the... I don't know why I keep going back to
You
this
do
thing.
know that. Oh yeah, no, never mind.
Apparently, we don't know that.
Well, I guess have been told that Victor spends a lot of time in the attic, but whether or not you want to go up right this moment is up to you. You still have some other rooms on this floor to search.
Do you want to speak to the Burgermeister before his son or after?
Finish our looking around the house.
So time for the
Yeah,
other corridor.
What's the side room? this main room.
A closet, I think.
Okay.
Master
Poke
bedroom
head in.
closet. Cloaks, gowns, and other fancy apparel hang from hooks in the closet. Arranged on low shelves are many fine shoes, slippers, and boots. It's a closet. So, assume you kind of make your way out, and whenever you start to come down like this hallway, you can kind of hear like the sound of like two massive dogs on like the other side of like the library, and kind of like snuffling at the door, and the man's voice kind of telling them to hush. Big, meaty, thick, like stumpy dogs on the other side. You go for this room here. I'm... Question?
Makes sense to me.
The door is locked.
Shit. I don't really want to be breaking in. Oh, wait. Is there a massive plaque on the door that says Isaac in, like, big bubble lettering?
No. Because he's an adult.
That's a joke, see.
Hold up a moment.
Everybody holds up. Do they like pick up the cuffs of their trousers, or do they lift their cloak?
Okay.
What do you?
If I get down on my hands and knees and look under the crack in the door, can I see enough to misty step inside?
Yes, but I will say that locks, the type of locks they have in this setting, you wouldn't be able to unlock it from the other side without the key either.
But I could get in there.
You could get in there, yes. But that doesn't help the rest of your friends from...
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Oh, I mean, okay.
No, I'm perfectly on board. I want to see him get his ass kicked.
Sure.
I mean, it's
and hear it from the other side of a closed door.
All the arena dolls come to life.
presumably if I'm looking through the crack in the door, I can see if there's like a giant vampire hellhound monster in there, or a
Oh,
person.
mate, that's great. I'm nicking that.
But you don't see the magic rune that's going to blow up.
Yeah, you don't see the feeble mind rune in there.
I know what you're talking about. Stupid idea.
I don't think that's going to affect him.
Ooh.
But you can see the floor on the other side of the door, yes.
Do I do this?
I don't really want to be
You could
breaking
also-
glass and keep...
Save a spell slot and just wild shape into something tiny that can slip under the door.
But then I lose a wild shape, and I have more spell slots at second level than I do wild shapes.
You get
So-
wild shapes back on a short rest. I suppose you also get spells back on a short rest. Do what you
Some
want to do.
spells.
Rob, I trust your judgment.
Yes, Rob. Do what you want to do.
Do it.
I shall misty step into that room.
Okay. Dolls. This room is full
I
of
missed it.
pretty.
I had a funny
You just
feeling.
used a second level spell.
Yeah.
Do something in there at least.
Yeah. This room is full
He
of
did. He shot himself.
pretty little dolls with powder white skin and auburn hair. Some of them dressed beautifully, others plainly. Some dolls fill a long bookshelf, others are arranged in neat rows on wall-mounted shelves, still others are piled atop a bed and a heavy wooden chest. What's most odd is that all of the dolls, apart from their clothing, all look the same. They all look like Irina Kolyana.
Oh, fuck. You hear? from the other side.
To be fair, we had that theory.
Well, he seems fine. I guess we'll leave it.
So, I think I've found where Blinsky's dolls are.
I'm imagining Reese is like kneeling by the door and is like whispering through the keyhole to everybody.
He's like fully backed against the door.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So that's Isaac's room in there, yeah?
Mm-hmm. And Reese can't get out.
I can't get out.
I mean, he has another Misty Step.
Sure. He wants to use another second level spell to get out of the room.
Apparently, instead of turning into a spider.
Or like,
apparently.
someone could try and pick the lock or
Yeah,
something.
we've got two people who could.
Yeah.
Nah.
You all said you trust my judgment. And it's well documented that I'm a fucking moron. Didn't think
Sure.
about it.
No, that's why.
Brandon says, find
Rob,
something while you're in there.
I would have felt bad if I didn't let you do it.
Yeah. You really
I
like
would-
Misty stepping through doors.
Or charging
It's kind of
spell.
cool, to be fair.
It is.
It is.
It is. If I could do it, I would.
It's on
You're
par
never
with
open the
the
door
So
again.
lazy that you'd use your magic instead of opening a door. You'll just teleport through it.
Sure.
Yeah, I forgot my keys. Oh well, Misty Step.
Floomp, floomp. Any chance I get to pretend to be Nightcrawler?
Oh, Bamf. I love
Yeah.
that. I fucking love Nightcrawler.
One of my
Badass
faves.
motherfucker. Do you see anything? Incriminating?
Do I
You're
see
it?
anything incriminating?
You're in there now. Have a look around.
Make me an investigation check.
Why did I do this? Oh, natural 20.
That's why.
A thorough search of the room reveals a few empty wine bottles under the bed. Label on each bears the winery's name, the Wizard of Wines, and the wine's name, Purple Grape Mash Number 3. In addition, really, other than like the really creepy dolls, a few of them have like some really odd stains.
No.
Wait a minute, this isn't 4chan.
Corinne,
Yeah.
I am very grateful for you running this game and everything, but I am going to have to ask one question.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say that in the book?
No, but it does say that with a natural 20 investigation
That's
check,
very cool.
I'm going to say it does say in Isaac's stat block that he desires her in an unwholesome way. So I am adding that because you got a natural 20 on your investigation check. You're welcome.
I wish I hadn't.
We should have ended the game half an hour ago.
Yeah.
So, Jade's I'm suddenly busy on Saturdays joke.
She's currently away. She missed that. Otherwise, I'm sure she'd take the
So you're
piss.
saying she's currently busy on a Saturday?
Yes. Got anything?
I look at one of the cum dolls and then I'm like, oh, fuck. And I step back. No,
I mean, I was a little bit more subtle than that there, Rob, but
Mate, come on.
you.
It's not like he's
Cum
spitting,
dolls
is
in the
it?
game.
Fuck's sake,
What the
Rob.
fuck?
you came back at the wrong time.
I
No,
did, didn't
but-
I?
Reese crit his investigation, and there are some empty wine bottles and dolls. Some dolls have very odd stains on them.
Oh no!
That is where C left it. Rob is presuming the rest.
I would have
I
went
mean-
there too.
She said
I
that.
mean, I'm not saying that's unjust.
No. Because I said, is that in the book? She said no, but she does desire her in an unwholesome way. which-
It says in Isaac's
See, added that.
character block that Isaac desires Irina in an unwholesome way. So you have a bunch of
Careful.
dolls looking like a girl. That is what a dude would do with a bunch of dolls looking like a girl that he covets in an
Not what
unwholesome
it-
way.
So those are unwholesome stains.
Unwholesome
Under
stains.
no circumstances.
Okay, am I wrong? If you
Yes.
covet someone in an unwholesome way and you have a bunch of dolls that look like
Oh,
them, what else are you going to be
And you're
doing with them?
I am
And
not.
you're also a villain.
I don't know. Could
I'm
be
not-
blood,
A massive arm.
demon summoning.
See, I'm not saying you made the wrong choice. I agree.
Okay.
That's a good. But what I am saying is, you said that's what a guy would do if he covets a woman in an unwholesome way. That
It-
I disagree with.
It's
Because
the
there are
the unwholesome
people.
bit. The unwholesome
Right.
bit is the qualifier there.
Why don't we just like the guy's an incel?
Yeah.
Clearly. So
Oh,
we don't need to get defensive about this guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not one of us.
I am not. This is not a not all men type situation, because if you put yourself on a the same, like, if you consider, Isaac a normal dude,
A role model.
there's
Yes, I do.
already a problem
Look,
with.
I'm just saying, I clean my body pillows. And I think
I really can't believe in Strahd, out of all the campaigns, this is the conversation we're having about a guy with a really robust one arm and his room full of dolls. Like,
Oh my god.
I did not see the session taken this time.
no,
No,
I
me neither.
didn't.
I didn't see the campaign taking this. See, since when did Andrew's campaign get
I am. Hey,
less childish?
Hey,
6 p.m.
hey! All I am saying is that Curse of Strahd is definitely rated T for
T.
T,
for
or
teen.
M for mature.
We are not mature.
I know you're not.
I
Is there-
thought
is
I
there a
need
way-
an adult.
Just be grateful that you're keeping her out of sight.
Good.
Not out of mind, apparently.
I mean,
Reese, while you're in there, have a look. Is there one My Little Pony doll just buried away in the shelf somewhere?
I look at
Unfortunately, that also looks vaguely like Irina.
yeah. I was
Maybe
gonna
it's
say
still-
it's just a centaur, My Little Pony doll that looks like Arena.
Oh
Is-
dear.
And it's the most stained of all.
No.
Oh.
if I look at the bed. Are there like orange cheese puff finger stains present?
No.
He's not from Al's Toy Barn.
Fedora in the corner.
Yeah.
And a set of
I
like,
mean-
maul swords.
If you're, but to get us back on track,
Sorry.
if you're looking for something incriminating, this is not the room of someone that belongs to someone sane. It is also locked, and you get the impression that no one is allowed in here. So you will
Sure.
get the impression
They are my
that
room.
nobody knows of Isaac's
goes
doll
on?
collection.
Right.
So if you want to
This-
try to use that as leverage,
Cool.
you may try.
We just, and I'm just spitballing here. If someone could pick the lock, and we just
Let me out.
let me out, and
First order of business, let me out. Let me out. God, please let me out.
just leave the door open, and hope that business takes care of itself before he returns.
The window in this room's open, but it still smells musty.
Stop.
Sealed shut.
Can I ask, is this most definitely like his room, or is it a spare room that is filled with dolls?
It has a bed.
Sure, that looks like it's being used.
Yes.
Like it's not just a spare room with things powdered
Yes.
up. Okay.
Also, he's like the sheriff or whatever, and he's been given a place to stay, but you don't think they would give him multiple rooms in this place. There's also not a whole lot of room left on like the living part of the house. It's not the attic. You just have like one more room left, which you could process of elimination, go, oh, hey, that's supposed to be Victor's bedroom.
Sure. Okay.
Could cast tidal wave and be done with it.
Oh no.
I can pick the lock and let him out.
Thank you.
Can you though? You need to pass the check for how long he's stuck in here. Like, oh no, this lock, it's so hard.
Don't roll low and break the lock, Jade.
Please don't roll low and break the lock,
Yeah.
Jade.
Sleight of hand.
Yes. No proficiency
Yep.
bonus allowed. So basically just a dex check because you're not proficient yet.
That is gonna be a 19.
Okay. You managed to pick the lock.
Reese steps outside and goes to the nearest window and takes a long drag of fresh air.
I'm almost imagining you falling backwards out of the door, just like, oh, get me out.
There's like white. There's like stink stains from a cartoon, but they're all white, just pouring out of the room.
Gross.
So you're making it worse. But yeah, the rest of you now see what Reese saw, sans the closer inspection.
We don't need
Oh, that-
closer inspection.
If you would like
That's driven
to see it for yourself, roll.
Nope. I
Okay.
said we don't need
Yeah, okay.
closer inspection.
Okay.
Pretty sure everyone knows just how unwholesome.
Those
So,
stains are.
As an artificer, I can take an object and have it shed a bright light in a 5-foot radius. Can I make that a black light?
That hasn't been invented yet, so no. You're probably
Hasn't been
grateful in
invented
this
yet.
moment. There's not a detect cum light yet.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
And it was at that moment C's husband walked into the
Oh
room
god, it could have
and then
been.
turned
It
around
could
and
have
walked
been.
right back out.
It could have been.
Oh, fuck. I was taking a drink.
Sorry.
Is it a cantrip or like a first level spell? Or...
It's
night
part.
level
It's
spell.
part of like the investigator background.
Sure. Bran is getting visions of throwing that torch into that stagecoach earlier. The temptation to do it now is very high. Just fuck it.
It might go
No,
up. There's
don't.
lots of wine bottles under the bed.
Oh, so true.
He will not.
There's also lots of
Stop it.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the other bedroom.
Okay.
Another room.
This handsomely appointed room contains a canopied bed, low bookshelf, and a full-length mirror in a wooden frame on the wall across from the door. Set into the north wall is an arched window of leaded glass. Nothing here seems unusual. If you go and look on the bookshelf, the books include collections of Barovian fables and tomes about mythology, heraldry, and other innocuous subjects. It's very boring.
None of these seem like the right book for the book club, yeah?
No.
Is this, a teenage boy's room or something? It doesn't have dresses in the closet or whatever.
Full grown man, but
Okay.
it looks like a room. It doesn't look like there's a lot of living being done in this room. It's like for as bookish and nerdy as Lucian and Lydia betrayed him, or portrayed him, not betrayed him, portrayed Victor doesn't seem to be where
That stuff goes on.
That stuff goes on, yeah.
Sure.
And from what you've been told, the Burgermeister spends a lot of his time in the study, so you don't think anything related to those activities would be there either.
Okay. If there's nothing immediately incriminating, what's the other room opposite?
I think a closet. Let me look.
More closet.
It is locked.
Oh. Wanna go another round? Peace.
But just from like the spatial awareness or whatever, it does just appear to be like another closet. It's like the same size as the one in the master bedroom.
Still seems suspect that it's locked, given that the only other locked door held such treasures as the doll room. Dev, you couldn't give this a go, could you?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I think I'm actually getting better.
Yeah. I'm sure you'd be proficient. No time at all.
12.
You are unable to pick the lock.
Perhaps I spoke too soon.
I know. Want to give it a go?
Sorry, I was muted there. I'm going to burn my inspiration, give you another shot at that, Jade. Minor stands over your shoulder. No, you're doing that. No, twist it. No, yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's a non-natural 20.
You open up the closet. It's empty.
Really?
Worth a try.
He's gonna step in. He's suspicious that they would lock an empty closet. Can he touch some wooden panels or something? The walls, sides. Investigate
Sure.
with his terrible investigation. Guide, thank you. That'll do.
I remembered for change.
With guidance, that is 9.
It's empty.
Okay. I guess he has to take that as empty then.
Inspirations.
Sorry, buddy. I have a -2 to investigation. He's fucking terrible at finding evil. He's just better at killing it.
This will just to alleviate some of the worry here. There was something here. I have made a DM call to remove it.
Right.
Interesting.
It was more dolls, wasn't it?
No, nothing related to Isaac or the investigation. I am choosing to remove it. Because I want it, and I'm the DM, and I can make those decisions.
You can do what you want.
I can do what I want, damn it.
Totally, but I'm going to get it out of you what that was.
Sure.
Have you moved it somewhere else, or have you just straight up taken it out?
Taking it out.
Okay, cool.
There was something similar that you guys seemed not interested in investigating, so eliminating it to streamline the quest a bit.
That's smart DM plays, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But come dolls, valuable information.
Stop.
I mean,
I'm just
answer me this, Dan. Will you or will you not make sure that Arena stays where she is now?
Oh, she's
I'll
gonna
make sure I-
stay. Oh no, I don't.
Castrate Isaac.
I don't like
Stop
that.
it. Stop it.
Oh.
Nope.
What?
Stop it.
What'd you say? There,
He
Rob?
said, "Can I castrate Isaac?" I believe.
I said I'm going to make sure I
Oh.
castrate Isaac.
Right, and I was like, "Oh no," because I don't like the consequences of what you were alluding to. Oh,
Cutting off his dick.
no, not you. I meant what C was alluding to. What could have been in here involving.
Oh,
Isaac
no,
and-
not that.
So there wasn't a sex swing in
No.
here.
No.
Okay.
If there is, it is for the Baron and the Baroness.
Okay.
No, that's not what it was. If you guys are really intent on knowing, it was related to the people in the town square who were in a stockade. You guys didn't seem interested in helping or releasing them, so removing that from here
Okay.
because
But there was a person in a stockade.
yes.
Yes, every time I've walked through the market square, there's been people in like.
No,
wolf
I mean in the
In
Yes.
the room.
Oh, in
Yes,
here.
there was someone that was getting more punishment for being not happy, and
Oh,
Oh, yikes.
I mean,
So-
we only kind of avoided it.
yeah.
I was only avoiding it because I didn't want to cause a massive fuss,
Yeah,
in the middle
and
in public.
this is me. I am removing it because it would cause a massive fuss, and
Yeah, it would.
It would cause a massive fuss that would be disruptive of what you're actually guys are trying to accomplish in this moment. So I removed it.
Good call.
Sure. Okay.
I like
Which
that.
which means that the
We get
person
to-
that was here was never put here. So there's no reason to get riled up about it.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm just saying there was a reason I didn't go,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
full
yeah,
on
yeah.
liberate the people in the middle of the market
There is
square.
a reason why I removed this person.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I go talk to the burgomaster then.
Okay.
'Cause that's
Are
the
we
last
going to do the
thing to-
Burgermeister, or are we going to go up to the attic?
Sure, we can do attic.
Yeah.
I would vote Attic. I'd vote Attic there.
Okay, you guys go back to. This is why I should have waited until after the session to say all that. That was
You're all good.
bad DMing on my part. So you guys head up the stairs to the attic, going up through the trapdoor that puts you right about here, I believe.
Oh, I've been spelling it wrong this whole time.
You've been what?
I've been spelling it wrong this whole time. Like, I knew that, but I didn't realize how badly I've been spelling
Oh,
Burgermeister.
burgomaster. I've been putting Meister. Like,
I've been-
Yeah,
I've
I
been
German.
saying Burgermeister, which I knew was wrong, but I didn't think I was this wrong.
Because I think burgomaster is an actual thing. It's an actual
Yeah.
title in like German cities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been me pronouncing it the way that I know that it's supposed to be pronounced as Meister instead of Master, but yeah, it is spelled Burgo Master. I think
I
it's
think that-
to
That's
help.
just anglicized.
Yeah, it's been
um,
anglicized.
But
I like
burgomeister
Meister.
is an actual title, so
Yeah.
that's how I've been putting it down.
That is how I've been saying it because that's what it's supposed to be. I honestly 100% did not notice that it was spelled differently until now. So that is me auto-correcting this anglicizing the word.
Anglicization.
Yeah.
That's-
It didn't need to be, I feel, so I
No, not
was
really.
pronouncing it the correct way. And also, like, every time I've been, like, run through Curse of Strahd, everyone has always said Burgermeister.
Yeah. It seems odd. Like,
Yeah. Like,
you keep
Andrew
like
pronounced it.
Ilyana Kovic or whatever, like keep all these names and then oh no, they can't manage Meister. Let's
Yeah.
change it to Master. See?
Or garderobe, but it's not even, like, the right word because it's supposed to be a toilet, not a wardrobe.
Sure.
Um,
Unless
oh,
in
actually-
Germany it has connotations of toilet, but
Maybe. Actually, you're up here because that's where the trapdoor
Yes.
is. I'm an idiot.
there is one box.
This is a dusty 20-foot square room. Has high-pitched ceiling that reaches the peak about 20 feet above. The wooden rafters are shrouded in cobwebs except for an old table with a lantern on it. The room is empty.
Where the pointer is, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And there is a door?
Mhm.
I'm going to go try that door there, eh?
Okay. And that takes you into like where like the attic storage is in general. It is a large attic full of old forgotten things draped in white sheets. Piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, and old furnishings covered with cobwebs and dust. You can see a clear path through the maze of objects. And roll me a perception check.
Is it dark in here or no?
Yes, it is. Hence the perception check and not your passive perceptions.
Gotcha. Give me a second, I wanted to make sure.
Anyone got light?
Yeah.
Maybe now is the time to use it.
Oh,
I shall.
I got 16 again.
I got 14. Let me double check that that's accurate. Yeah, 14.
12.
What was the highest so far?
16 from me.
Okay. You see like a clear set of footprints in the dust through like the little clear path.
Look.
Are we going to follow it?
Onwards we go.
I see no reason not to, Jerry.
Okay.
Someone's been here. This way.
But we know
Stop,
there's
stop,
something
stop.
up, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. And as you kind of like travel through or whatever, how are you guys approaching? Are you just like
Slowly.
walking? Just walking?
Yeah, we're
That's just,
kind of
that's just
allowed
gonna
to
walk
be
take
here,
a
I
couple
guess.
of minutes stealthing.
Okay. As you like approach this door, you can see that someone has carved a large skull into the door. Hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads "All is not well," and you can hear a young man's voice beyond.
Edgy teen. It's like Rob.
I knock and enter.
I was gonna say we're just gonna knock.
Okay.
Knock and enter.
Knock and enter. Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
Doc Gif.
If he's crap this shit, I'm not going to be happy. Dex save. Oh, at least I have a +5. That's a 9.
Can I give Dan one of my inspirations?
No, I'm going to get hit in the face and I'm going to punish him. Don't
Let's
bother.
see.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you for the
Oh.
offer. I have 1 billion and I'm not using them right now.
Oh,
so-
yeah, fair point.
Actually, let's see. I need everyone to make this dexterity saving throw.
I'm still gonna
Big
go.
explosion, Jesus.
What did you get, Dan?
9.
Oh, I rolled a natural 9.
I'm gonna use that inspiration I got from that one recap I did because I rolled a 3, and I do not want to live with that.
Okay.
He's trashed a lot of his
I rolled a
furniture.
4. Rolled a 1 to 5.
Liam.
Fucking arsehole. I'm gonna be a steak.
That makes me so happy.
16 for me.
I rolled in natural 1
Oh boy.
for a total of 9.
9 club, woo!
9, a
12.
12. What did you get, Minar?
16.
16. And Meadowmane, what'd you get?
5.
5. Okay, that
This kid is
is.
in so much trouble.
I need to double check
I need
the
to do some.
DC. Hold on. Where is?
I'm pretty sure the DC's 11, so just assume that's. Yeah.
If the DC can be 4, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure. I'm wanting to see if the 12 is a pass. I need to see the DC. It was not described. Hold on, because I. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, the 12 is a failure as well. So that is going to be.
This kid is gonna die when we get up and get mad at him.
Hold on. Let me. Apologies. I didn't think you guys were just gonna walk in. That is.
It's a kid's room in a house where we're not
It
in
is
danger.
an adult man who you have been told is a wizard.
It's a man
He's an adult man with an edgy skull on his door.
Yeah, an edgy skull on his door in a house full of his own parents. Like, surely they come up sometimes. I
love that
thought I was doing the fatherly thing by knocking and then entering. I did not
the
think.
description of a house full of his parents, as if it's just reaming with dads and mums.
It is. Why would you?
Overflowing.
This would kill a commoner, surely. The dice are still rolling or whatever.
Now we know what happened to the butler.
I was just gonna say that.
With dice. With dice.
Oh,
we
jeez, I
parental
rolled really
figures.
well. I'm sorry. That is 28 lightning damage to everyone who failed.
Oh my god.
It's everybody.
No, Minar passed. He takes
Okay.
I knocked
half
at the back, the bastard.
at 14 points to Minar, as you guys have triggered the glyph of warding that was inscribed over the skull.
That is a pretty high level spell for random ass mage kid. Um,
Grown ass man. think
Yeah,
it's-
so
Like I said,
basically you guys all get
Whammied.
shocked, yeah, electroshocked for touching the door.
I'm on 4 hit points.
I'm on 15.
He's done more damage to me than any of the vampires we've fought.
Jesus.
Same.
Right,
Oh,
so he
no,
almost killed our entire well, some of our party?
Mo-
You
oh,
are
he's going
full
to get
hit
us there
points.
talking
She
to
did,
this
she
young
did
man.
say he rolled high, so it's possible that if he couldn't have rolled much higher to do much more. Reese could have gone down, but I could have saved him, so it's fine.
Fuck you.
It's only because he spilled his juice box outside his room, so you're standing in the puddle.
This is why you knock and wait for someone to say it's okay to come in.
Not if it's.
This is someone
It's
who.
in a
be fair-
residential home. Like,
This party does. To be fair, he could have been doing anything in that room.
Yeah,
sure,
you
but
guys-
28 would
yeah.
have killed his parents
He could
like,
have had
and
a-
the household.
He could have had a doll in there. You never know.
I love how we've went from a party
Yeah.
of monster hunters to a party of health inspectors.
The
Oh yeah, you gotta get this off the code there, bud.
Bran's fucking mad. He goes through that door.
Reese coughs a little smoke and joins him.
I can heal you if you like. If you're very concerned,
I'm on 4 hit points.
I'm gonna heal you.
Okay, so Bran rushes in. Everyone is picking themselves up outside. Bran, someone
following
has okay, Bran and Devon then. Someone has taken old mismatched furniture and created a study in this dusty lamplit chamber. Tables are strewn with pieces of parchment on which strange diagrams are drawn. A freestanding bookshelf holds a collection of bones. A dusty rug covers the floor in front of a pine box, on which lounges a skeletal cat. There are several more skeletal cats that skulk about. Most unnerving of all is the sight of 3 small children standing with their backs to you in the northeast corner of the room. I didn't read this section very carefully.
I close the door again and turn the other way.
So there isn't a teenage kid in there? Or a man or whatever? There's just skeletal cats and
Creepy kids.
kids. Are they skeletal?
As you go to approach, the children, okay, good, air commas, standing in the corner are painted wooden dolls dressed in clothing that Victor wore as a child. He's got them standing in the corner facing the wall.
What the fuck?
Why is everyone here creepy?
He's not there.
Nope.
The skeletal cat's alive.
Yes.
Like, crawling around.
Like
Are
back.
they just thin or are they skeletal like Bexley? Yeah.
Are you looking in?
I mean I said I was going in.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw Rob, but you got 7 HP back from cure wounds.
Good. Thanks, mate. Thanks.
It's just to
Appreciate
keep me going. I don't
Yeah.
think I just don't. I'll give you
They
more from
are skeletons. And
the
are
cat.
animated. You wouldn't know without, like, possibly Redwin or Minar getting in there to let you know whether if they're like familiars or if they're animated skeletons. They're one of the two.
I'm good to burn this house down.
Can I divine sense and hit and see if they're undead?
Yes,
Can I look with both my eyes?
they
and see
are.
that
They are animated skeletons.
So I don't get the weird sense that I get with Bexley that he's kind of partly alive and partly dead.
No, you don't get
They're
like
just dead.
you don't get the fey spirit a familiar would give you. They
I
are.
will use my attacks and bonus action to smite every fucking cat in this room. Or not smite, but I'm just gonna smash them.
I can also just pray really hard.
He could,
Yeah,
Enderman could kill them all, couldn't he?
If you wanted to.
I say do that.
then do that.
But also, Bran needs an outlet. Bran, go stamp on some cats.
I say we let Bran. I changed my mind. I won't pray. I'll just let Bran do it.
You could. I'm just saying, you could save your divine smite or divine whatever, and for something much cooler than killing a few cats in a bedroom.
On you go. On you go, bud.
Yeah. Whip, 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 whip. Cockney accent whip.
Okay.
Cockney,
They have the stat block of a cat, so I don't think it would be hard for you. You don't have to roll. You kill the cat
Sure.
skeletons.
Yeah, so he like bashes into the room like, what the fuck is going on? And then like looks around, identifies the wooden mannequins in the corner and the moving undead cats, and then smashes them all with whips from where he's standing. So probably got like a big like black like side of his face is blackened because he's on less than half health.
Well,
Is there as he's possibly going to tear this place apart, looking for anything magical, incriminating, culty, whatever?
Let's see. Like I assume like go through the trunk and go through the desk and all that other stuff.
Sure.
The there's like parchment covering the tables that are covered with elaborate diagrams of some sort of arcane circles that you wouldn't know what they are in like your mad fervor. The trunk contains several bolts of silk cloth, needles and thread, a half-finished wizard's robe. And so like he started to make like a robe for himself, but found the work tedious and stopped.
that definitely sounds like a child.
And the like what else? What else are you searching?
Everything. Every piece of furniture in there gets tipped over and rifled through.
Sorry, to double check. The people were mannequins. They weren't skeletons.
Yes.
But the cats were skeletons. Okay, cool. Meadowmane does not pray for the souls of the cats. All cats go to heaven anyway.
Can I hit Middleman in the face with his mace?
Do you like lift up the rug or like what all are you doing?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. If he's so wild that he can't read what's on a piece of parchment, he probably disturbs the rug in some way.
Beneath the rug is a what looks to be a teleportation circle.
Right.
I'm giving you know what that is.
Advanced magic, I guess, is all Bran knows that is. Saying that his party almost died to what the fuck's on the door, he's of a mind to destroy it.
You want to have like your resident arcane magic user like take a look at it before you start smashing things?
I mean, that's why I put. I have said he does this. Like I've put it out there. Anyone can contribute when they feel like it.
Okay.
When I say he is of a mind to destroy it, that is not he destroys it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that's what I'm planning.
I gotcha.
So people have a chance to do something, if they wish.
Just for a laugh, can I have a quick look around and see if there's any religious symbology kicking about?
Symbology? No.
Symbolism,
There are no religious symbols in this room.
Gotcha. There's just a My Chemical Romance album in the corner. Sorry.
Am I not interested in the sigil checks? Or
anything that's on the table? Are you? You might be muted. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Aye. I will take a look. If I can.
All right. You looking at the circle or the papers or?
I think the circle probably would be the eye draw.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check.
+7. 14.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's a definitely.
I mean, I have Arcana. I'm actually proficient.
Sure. Anyone who's proficient in Arcana can make a check.
I mean, I have 0 in it. It just.
You're
I
proficient.
got 16.
Okay, so like mine are coming over and being like, oh well, that's teleportation circle, and yada yada yada. It kind of clicks with Bran for a minute, and he kind of like calms down a bit to look at it, and really, and it looks off to you, like it's flawed, and like like teleportation circles are very, very high magic and need to be done in very specific ways to ensure safety. And this doesn't look like it's been done properly. And we'll say, like, Minar, since you're like the expert, once that is pointed out by Bran, like, hey, no, that don't look right, or whatever. I know that's not really his accent, but Minar would know that a circle that is flawed in this way could be deadly if used.
Reese, do you want
Cockney,
to try this out?
Cockney, this thing's fucked. Cockney.
Cockney, this thing's fucked. Cockney.
I think Reese should give it a try.
He should, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, no.
Do I know that, like, a teleportation circle, if I threw an inanimate object into there, would it normally teleport away? Or if this was flawed, maybe disintegrate or whatever we're expecting? Like, would it trigger on something? If I threw the beat in there or something?
If we wrote "you're fucking dead, mate" on a bit of paper and chucked it in.
No, you get more the impression that if someone's standing in it and someone attempts to cast teleportation, they have the potential to be
Right.
badly hurt.
So this isn't something that one of the servants could have walked into and disappeared because they needed to cast the spell, unless the sun cast the spell on, like, when they were in it. They don't have the power to use the circle, and neither do we.
They don't, no. Like,
So it can't be what made them disappear.
I will not say that.
Okay, you just told it you need to stand in it and cast teleportation.
You said they would have to.
Yes, so someone else could do it for them.
Yes.
Is what Bran thinks, because
Yes.
I did pass right. So someone else could do it, right? But it won't just go off if we stood in it.
Yeah, it's not like they could have come up here trying to sweep up after Victor and.
Yes. Okay.
Victor would have had to have cast it if that were what had happened.
Yes.
First of all, they wouldn't have survived the door if they just came up here.
I know, no, but he could have let them in.
Well, no, or he could have been like, "Hey, I don't know if I did this right. Come here, I want to try something."
Yeah.
Are you
Sorry?
asking if you are speaking out loud?
Hey, he's thinking out loud.
Okay.
Like he rolled a half decent Arcana check, and like that's what he thinks might have happened. He had some lessons, like in the Order, about how to fight magic and like know about magic. So he's just thinking maybe they disappeared through this, but they don't have the powers. Only he does. I'm guessing if he scribbled this down, but it's fucked. So they've gone somewhere or nowhere at all.
I mean, he could have been testing it out
Yeah.
and asked the servants to do it for him.
Yeah. A little psychopath. No. Now, where is he is the question. Did he think it was good and went through it, or has his parents seen him today?
You did hear a voice whenever you were approaching the door.
Oh yeah, so we did. I think you said it was a teenage voice though, didn't you?
I said young man.
Okay, I thought you said teenage.
Okay, sorry. Yes, we did hear a voice. So we think he scrabbled out. Potentially. Brad's going to check the windows. There's no one like hanging off them. Did that kid really just kill himself? Or like...
Sorry.
He says that out loud. Like,
Okay.
looking at
I
that
don't know,
circle.
That thing's broken. It's entirely possible, Derry. Unless you jumped out the other windows here. No.
Does he have a little hidey hole someplace here?
I mean, I'll go round and kick, like, the walls all the way
Oh,
around or something. If there's like a
you
little
kick
wooden
him right
hat.
in the
Stamp
chin.
on the floor looking for trapdoors.
Oh man. If you had said that a few minutes earlier, you don't find anything.
Okay. Leomund's disappearing hidey hole, apparently.
If I look out the door, does the path still look there, or does it look like it's been scrambled through? My thought is he was hiding somewhere in here, and as Bran was whipping and smashing shit, he scrambled out the back door, and is now running away, feverishly.
Roll me a survival check.
Interesting selection, but I'm okay with it.
That's what you do for tracking.
Makes sense. 16.
Nah, he rolled really well whenever he was leaving. You don't see anything. You can't tell. The track kind of like you guys like went through the tracks and kind of removed like the single set of footprints that were going like back and forth. So there's now like several different people's sets of footprints in the dust. You can't tell.
Okay.
This is me being DM Curtin. He rolled a natural 20 on his stealth, and you guys didn't see him.
I think the circle's the best route to gone, Derry. So either he's gone somewhere very, very far. Do you have to set up 2 teleportation circles in order to go from one to the other there? He asks Minar because he doesn't know, and also neither do I.
With those previous Arcana checks, yes, teleportation circles need a destination. If you wish to like investigate some of like the notes and stuff on like the diagrams and stuff, you kind of get the impression that just kind of like piecing it together, there who are Minar and Bran, piecing it together, you get the sense that he didn't have a complete text for a teleportation circle, and like you see like notes and like about like all of the previous experiments that he's done with this teleportation circle, and that it looks like he was like in some of the margins on on one particular set of notes, I will get this to fucking work so I can get the fuck out of here, and like I will like escape this place if it's the last thing I do. And in fact, in one you actually do see reference to when he experimented on Dana and Gregor, describing how like he used a suggestion spell to keep them in place, and how they were torn apart whenever he cast the spell. Because he doesn't have a destination in mind that is anchored anywhere. He's basically that teleportation mishap thing on the charts. He's guaranteeing that every single time. So they took 3d10 force damage and were disintegrated.
Right. He like I don't know, grabs the notes up which clearly say that they murdered these people.
Manslaughter if he had a good lawyer.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't know if you'd be finding many lawyers in
Yeah.
No, I mean, he cast suggestion on them. That's premeditated.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
Oh,
premeditated.
no, that's a good point. Yeah, fuck.
I
Convince
mean,
them to stand there or coerce them to stand there.
He killed
and-
folk.
the first one was definitely manslaughter because he probably didn't know that they would have died. But the second one, he knew it had the potential of killing them,
So what
and
you're
he did
telling
it
me
anyway. Yeah.
is we now have good odds on saying
Sure.
that these 2 murders happened in the Burgermeister's house. You could argue that's pretty good material for someone who wanted to start a coup.
I mean, it is. Whether we wanted to give it to the incredibly suspicious book club woman or not
No,
is
certainly.
another thing.
Certainly, yeah.
I don't, she never
I'm
said
gonna,
what she would pay. She just said
yeah.
handsomely or whatever.
I just realized I'll be putting these down. I really should be.
I, like, with a fistful of notes, possibly turn to mine. I go, shit's gonna go down real fast. You might get that mirror after all. And I guess the next step is that we go to the Burgermeister. I don't know if you want to play that out next time.
Yeah, no, that this
That's probably a good idea.
this seems like a good place to stop because